next question.
Alright, give me a sec. Yeah, 1 sec, Alex. We're dealing with audio diff.
What are you doing, man? God damn, calm down.
Gosh, Alex,
Calm down.
you're such a
Jesus God!
I have really ashy elbows, and I tried to shave off the ash. Oh wait, it is on. It's on. I have really ashy elbows.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, I can hear it. I have really ashy elbows, and so yesterday I tried to like shave off the excess before I put on.
Ashy elbows, like
they're.
That means like you got
really,
crocodile
really,
elbows. That's a better way to put it. You got crocodile elbows.
Really disgusting, really rough.
Let's do the next question.
I do. Next question.
Would you rather
Do I sound okay?
Would you rather be in jail for 5 years or been in a coma for a decade?
Coma.
Well, are we talking jail or prison?
I'm talking just any just your run of the mill like basic.
Jail is a lot.
There's a higher chance you die in prison.
Yeah, jail is basically like it's like a monitored country club almost. Like,
but apparently in comas you can hear everything that's going around you, and it's like
Well, in comas you like make up your own fictional world, so you're really rolling the dice if you're stuck in a never-ending nightmare for 10 years.
There's some comas where you're actually cognitively aware, but there's others where you're not.
Okay.
I want the Earl Hickey coma, bro. I'm gonna go back to the 1900s, married to the one I want, vibing every breakfast. You boys got bacon and eggs, dude. I would want that.
But yeah, for comas, there's reports of like you being completely brain dead, or you just sitting there not being able to do anything, living in like a fantasy reality.
Oh, dude, that fantasy reality.
It's like three different possible things have been portrayed.
So you have 30...
like if it's like a jail, so that would be fine with me. I would do that over a coma. But if like I'm going to prison, if I'm going to prison, fuck that.
All right, so final decisions.
Well, are we talking? Is it jail or prison?
Jail or coma?
Since it's jail, I'm saying jail.
Jail.
I was like 5 years.
Yeah.
It's like 5.
Bro, if I go to jail, I'll just be the guy that skinny people hide behind.
It's jail though, so that's like where all the like minor offenders are.
So basically jaywalkers.
It's like you just fought.
Yeah,
you got into a fight. You Grand Theft Auto, stupid stuff like that.
Like I said, it's like it's basically like you staying at
when
like
you said Grand Theft Auto, stupid stuff like that, I was like, oh yes, robbing a bank.
That's not murder. That's not
a police homicide on a massive scale, owning of multiple war weapons, and being an overall war terrorist.
I'm saying you're not straight up like murdering people, mass shootings. Like,
no, this is that's like you try to rob a gas station type deal.
Didn't even have a loaded weapon.
It's like that guy that walked up with a squirt gun. The dude just stared at him blankly, and he pulled out a baseball bat and chased the guy out of the store.
Tried to take a cop's gun, failed. Now in jail
somebody
for 5
did
years.
that before, but it did not go well.
I know people do it all the time. They're dumb. People are dumb.
You ain't got your big shooter now, do you, copper? All right, final decisions: jail or coma?
Since it's jail.
38.
Alex picks coma. Bro, I would pick jail, dog.
Yeah, if it's jail, I'm picking jail.
Yeah, jail. It's only 5 years. Free food.
This one's a little funny. Would you be chronically underdressed or overdressed?
So you're always underdressed or always overdressed?
Yes.
So like define underdressed, like
you're going to a funeral in sweats and a dirty white tee.
You look like a Russian mob member attending his cousin's funeral.
You're Trevor Phillips at all times.
You're Trevor Phillips at a wedding. But you go to like a house party and you're just like the Penguin from Batman.
Yeah. Or if you're so it's like that, yeah. It's either or.
I'd be underdressed.
You pull up to a funeral wearing sweats.
Bro, is this my sister's wedding?
Well, how would you be overdressed for a funeral? I would love to know.
Overdressed?
Literally just the Penguin.
You got the trench coat on, you sprinkled some fake snow on you to make it look more dramatic. And you sit in the back alone wearing sunglasses and smoking in a non-smoking zone.
You got the cigar, you got top hat.
You're basically Shannon Sharp with a fedora.
You wouldn't download a house. Trying to download a house, that you could go to jail for that, definitely.
Trying to download a house?
Have you never seen that? Have you ever?
No.
You've never turned on a movie and seen the thing where it's like, you wouldn't download a house, you wouldn't fucking download a car, and it's like it's anti-piracy pretty much. They're trying to say don't download movies illegally.
Okay.
You know,
Why
like
didn't you
one
just
thing
say
costs
don't pirate?
$20 retail,
Pirating
another
can get
thing
you sent
costs
to jail. I
100,000.
don't know why that would be so hard for you just to say, if you pirate, you go to
Oh.
jail.
Yeah, I don't know what the fucking dude. It's so fucking stupid. It was really fun. The only time I've ever actually seen it is on my Fat Albert DVD with Kenan Thompson and Bill Cosby.
Yeah, I'd still be under
Have you seen
just.
that like ear-raped frame where it's just Obama saying, "There's no joke. Take off your clothes.
There's no me. Take
There's
off
no
your
joke.
clothes.
Take off your clothes." All right, moving on. Final
Piracy
orders:
is
underdressed
a
or
crime,
overdressed?
Under.
Yeah.
Where?
Anywhere.
Would you rather
everywhere.
always be under or overdressed?
Like you show up to school looking like you're the president.
Over, cause school it's gonna be bad, but like when you get older, it's like, dude, this guy has money. He's fancy.
Man's
Do
is
you
wearing military
do
guard
you really
to
have
his
money?
burger to a restaurant. Think it's a food
Do
critic.
you have money, or are you spending all the money you have just to buy fancy clothes, but you're still broke, but you look fancy?
No, there's cheap fancy clothes. It's just not brand name. Because you're just dressed. You're overdressing, so like you just look nice. It's like wearing a suit. It'd be like wearing a suit to go play basketball.
Yeah,
I would
dude,
love
I
to
want to
see
see you
that.
pull up in that tailored suit so I can posterize you. Pull up to the courts, bro. I'd love to see it.
There's a.
You were never gonna make.
Alex, I want to see you try to block my shot before ripping your pants.
I'll
All
be
right.
there that day.
Number 9 is kind of dumb. So this one is have everyone you know be able to read your thoughts on, or everyone you know have access to your internet history. And it's like, we already don't have anything to hide. We
wow.
already tell everybody everything.
If they look, hear me out. Listen, they have access to your history.
Internet history,
Incognito.
not including
Incognito.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
No,
just
Incognito. Then there is no history.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
No, wait,
Boom.
but yeah, they have access to it, but
Like,
like,
yeah,
on
like, at the
technically,
time,
your
I don't
your
control my
service
thoughts.
provider, your service provider has access to that.
Yeah, but they're not
Yeah.
gonna go around being like, dude, this guy,
Dude,
he watches fucking
your parents could
donkey porn. Like,
If
guys.
you
people
look that
could
up,
always-
they need
No.
to be curious. In that case,
No.
this guy's a bestiality.
when they're paying for like their internet Wi-Fi
One second, I'm
bill,
gonna put
whatever,
my night
they
vision
can
goggles
see
on.
your history, so it doesn't goddamn matter.
they can see it, but some people are just so ignorant. They just pay the bill. They don't look at shit.
Yeah,
Like,
they
a lot of families now have automatic online paying, so they never even see a bill.
Yeah, that's God.
And it's like, you know how many, like, if they were doing paper, you know how many pieces of paper that'd be? Everything you have Googled, looked up, every website you have visited in the past month, listed. That's so many pages.
like my thoughts.
Steven,
Yeah.
lockdown, spot up, or playmaker?
Lockdown defense is key this year.
I'm just talking for take.
Yeah,
You know, it's funny,
lockdown
2K21
defense.
All right.
2K21 is on the Game Pass on Xbox.
Why don't you try it out and get a feel for it?
I don't know. Why don't
Maybe
you
you'll like it.
take me?
All right, continuing. Enough about 2K. Oh wait, that is actually a really good question.
No,
This is
no.
mainly just for Logan. This is like a me and Logan thing. Logan, when do you think the 2K series started going downhill?
20. Oh no.
16.
Oh, Tanner, did you say 16? People think 16 and 17 are the greatest years.
I don't agree with that. 14 was.
You weren't even playing 2K14.
I was. Played it on PS3. Long time ago.
2K12.
Actually, my first NBA game was
2K18. 2K18 was atrocious.
My first NBA game was NBA Streets on the GameCube. That was a good ass game.
2K18 was awful. But what about you, Logan? Where do you think it's really started going downhill?
I don't know. Because, like, you can argue with 20, like, it was too easy, but, like, a lot of games were like that. You could argue with 21 that it's way too, like, meta-based. Like, you have to play, pick.
You have to have 3
basically.
shooters, 2 slashers.
Yeah, you have to play the meta builds as well, otherwise you will not win.
You will.
That
not.
next gen was terrible at launch, and it's just not getting better. People aren't caring anymore. Views are dropping, bro. 3 famous YouTubers stopped uploading because of it, bro.
Ooh.
Yeah, because when less people
G-Man,
do stuff, you
Ticino
want
stopped
people...
too. I know Aiden stopped, Agent stopped. A lot of people stopped. Duke Dennis doesn't.
Yeah, because people want
Duke Dennis
be,
wants
like...
to stop. Davis wants to stop. Nobody wants to do it anymore, bro.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
because
never
everyone wants to...
gonna
Because no one wants to be, like, the only person on a next gen. Like, everyone wants to be on the same things, or in the same video.
No, they're just done with 2K, period.
Oh, done with... Oh, they're just done with it?
They're just done.
Oh,
No
I wouldn't
uploads on the game. G-Man hasn't uploaded since December last year.
EA's.
Bro, I love G-Man. He's so chill.
That's not... Yeah, that's pretty...
Ooh, this one's a good one. Would you rather lose your sight or your memories?
Memories. Well, like, it depends. Like, am I just forgetting everything that's happened in the past? Like...
All
Can
your
I never
memories
remember
in
anything
the
again?
past, good memories, bad memories.
Like, is it like...
But do I get
forget
to keep the
everything?
ones afterwards?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, you would.
you basically
like,
have short-term memory loss.
You would be restarting life.
Oh, no,
I'm okay
if I
with
have
restarting.
short-term memory
You
loss...
forget your
I would-
name. You forget how to do like a lot of things. You forget.
That's dementia.
Fuck dementia, bro. We're including- Have dementia be
Short-term memory
one.
loss
You're
is
tweaking.
Well,
not
I don't
bad.
feel like you'd. I don't feel like you'd forget your name because that's something that
That
you
is,
have
like, something
in
you've
your mind
known since you were
at the
2.
time.
Like you know
Yeah.
that for a while.
But you'd forget like your whole life though.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
So I was gonna say
Really?
I would pick that. No,
Yeah.
listen, I would pick that because the idea of being blind and you could still remember like how like what everything looked like. I feel like you would just grow obsessed with the idea of that and just not want to be.
But that also
around
could make
anymore.
you an envisionary trying to find a way
It's
to
like,
cure
dude, that guy
blindness.
just knocked the
Like,
fuck
that's
out.
what people
Well,
did with
damn, I
with,
can't see, but at least I
deaf
can remember that
people.
time I pooped my pants.
Like these people, they strive to make such a strong hearing aid that actually made deaf people hear. Like there's a thing out there that can help some deaf people hear again.
But it's like somebody will be like, "Dude, did you see that? That was amazing." And it's like, I didn't, but at least I can remember that
That's
time I
like,
pooped my
dude,
pants when I
blind
was
people
3.
seeing a musician. The elephant disappeared.
I bet it did. I bet it did.
You're
I
just looking
really-
at
I
you're looking
swear
at
to-
the guy that's telling you what's going on. Thanks, Tom. It's good to have you here.
You look in the opposite direction.
You're like, they just sit you down and you're looking at the fucking person
Ooh,
who's
this
like,
one would be smart for
you're-
Dylan.
like they sit you down and you're looking
Wait.
at the sign language person the entire time, so people get the wrong idea and they start screaming at you. Without
I
even
watched too
realizing
much
it.
Jeff Dunham, dude. I watched too much Jeff Dunham, bro. Like there was.
Oh my god,
Jeff
they wouldn't
Dunham,
even know what's going on.
Jeff Dunham
They
had one
wouldn't
where
even-
like a bunch of deaf people went to see his show, and he had one of his puppets just not moving or not talking, but moving his mouth. Everybody's just looking at the translator, like, what's going on? What's happening?
Dude, it's like, he'd be like he'd start talking as Peanut, you're like, oh, hey, Peanut, did your mom give you that name? And they're like, and then he's like, yeah. And then you're like, oh, dude, can I get a hug? And you hug him, you're like, wait, what the fuck? It's not a human?
I don't know. What was the question you were gonna ask, Steven?
11. Number 11. Would you rather have universal respect? I'm talking everybody on the planet. They respect you. Or unlimited power.
Universal.
So,
Unlimited power,
Stalin
100%.
or
So yeah,
Martin
I can
Luther
be
King Jr.
popular. I can be popular, or I can be a dictator.
you got,
I'm
But in
definitely
a-
going
you
with
got
power.
Stalin
No.
or you got Martin
No.
Luther King Jr. That's
In a
what this
way-
is.
See, respect
No,
is
wait,
a whole
no,
other
no,
thing.
no.
Like,
Shush.
nobody's ever gonna come up to you and disrespect you like, dude, what's up, fucker, you piece of shit. That's never
But
gonna
no.
happen to you. You show
Yeah,
you
if
that
you're-
that will in turn make you a great person. You will also show respect, and you will make connections. Like, dude, you don't need to be
Wait.
powerful. You'll have connections.
Wait, if
Yeah,
you're
but
a
it won't-
dictator,
Yeah, but if you,
But
if
there's
you
a
have
difference
unlimited
between being
power,
respected and people
somebody
just
out
giving
there,
you shit.
somebody out
have-
there is going. It's going to happen. You might have an assassination attempt against you.
but you have
Yeah.
They
unlimited
don't respect you
power.
at all. They just want to kill you.
You can be a You can
If you have unlimited
kill
power,
anyone,
yeah.
and
I
That's-
wouldn't want that.
that's
Neither
fear.
would I would want the
And fear
powers,
controls
but
people,
Yeah.
And in a way,
I
you're
would want
also
I would want the power
popular.
to change stuff, but I feel like I'd end up
So
abusing it.
like,
I don't trust myself.
okay, let's look at Hitler.
I
He
don't
was a
like the
dictator.
idea of
He was
being in
pretty
charge of.
popular, right?
I would like the
No,
power
he
for
wasn't,
good things.
Alex.
I wouldn't want the
Well, in a
power
way,
for the
he
power.
was.
Alex,
Yeah,
how was
I
Hitler
would want the
popular?
power
Because
for
it
the
wasn't a good
change.
way.
He was popular, just in a bad way.
It's not like, oh, I know this guy. I love this. That's not really popularity.
Well, we're
Popularity is
talking
you know something
universal
really well.
respect, not like.
Yeah, so like everyone
If you have
respects.
power, people will respect you, though.
No, they will respect you or they will fear you. If people respect, so
Yeah,
there's
this
the,
is
this
really,
is the common
Alex.
belief.
You're really
If-
just telling us how Joseph Stalin was so scary.
Dude,
You're
my
yeah,
idol,
forcing
the
people to
common, the
respect
common,
you.
the common. There's a common belief of if you're a dictator, if your people respect you, they won't really do much. If they fear you, they'll be much more inclined to do shit out of fear.
They'll be
Fear
trying to
controls people,
escape.
like Tanner said.
But if they
Steven-
respect you, they will allow you to make some decisions for them.
Yes. If they fear you, then you're much more likely to
But
actually
no,
be.
okay.
End up
The other thing is
killed.
power.
Betrayed.
Okay, wait. Power doesn't mean dictatorship. You just have
No,
power.
you have absolute power.
You
No, it
have the
doesn't-
power
You have all
to
the
be a
power.
dictator.
It doesn't
How about
say
that?
absolute. It just says you have power.
No,
You-
he said it.
You have unlimited power, Alex. It's basically
Yeah,
how
that's
But
what
like
it
works.
the
says.
thing is, you have the power to establish. You would
You
have
have
the power to
Can
say,
you
power.
guys
"Okay, I don't
discuss
want
this?
this to
I'm
be a
gonna go get a drink
dictatorship."
because my throat's getting
Yeah,
sore.
you have powers to do
You have the
that.
power to turn
You don't
something into a
have to.
democracy, so you
You
could
can
use it for
be-
good.
The best person in the world. You could. It
If you
doesn't
had
mean you're
absolute
a
power in like
dictator.
Russia, you would have the power to make that a democracy and in turn making it better.
Exactly. See, yeah.
Just because you have power doesn't mean you have to abuse it.
Yeah, but yeah, if you do something like that, you're gonna become popular. Yeah, see?
But
So,
if people knew you had absolute power, but you were still a good person, they'd start respecting you in turn.
Yeah.
Maybe not everybody, but most
Respect.
people
Most
that matter
people,
would.
though.
See, I would have unlimited
So honestly,
power.
I'd go with the power.
Yeah.
Just pray to God I don't end up abusing it. You never know. You never know.
You never know. That is true.
Because it's like, it gets to
Why
your
is
head, you're like,
Steven String?
that
no, why
person
is
is being a real dick. And I have the ability to end their life with one
you
phone call.
could. Probably not even a phone call.
It's like, I don't know.
You probably just tell.
You give them a secret
Why
code
is
like it's baseball, you just
Steven
touch your cap.
Steven Stream's in my recommended section. I don't know if I should click on it or not.
Click on it.
Oh,
Give
whatever.
him viewers, dude. Give him viewers. What are you doing, man?
Yeah, give him
Does
one
he have
viewer.
VODs set up?
Probably not.
He should, so that I can just make this.
Oh, VODs. I think that's kinda-ish, maybe.
VODs are, it's
Yeah.
like, there's no kinda ish. It's like either it does save your broadcast.
All
for,
right,
like,
you guys
40
ready?
days or something.
Yeah, it's like all his streams
Steven.
are saved.
Do you have VODs set up?
Huh?
Do you have your
VODs.
VODs set up on Twitch so that it, like, you have VODs?
I'm
Your
on
stream
YouTube.
archive.
Oh, on YouTube. Oh, okay, yeah.
You guys can watch
Yeah.
it right now if you want. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's right
Yeah,
there.
we know. I was wondering if you did so that you can.
Would you rather stay in during a snow day or build a fort?
It doesn't have to
in.
be snow. It doesn't
Or
say
build a
snow
fort
for it.
outside in the snow. So it's either.
See-
So the question is either would you go outside or stay inside during a snow day?
Yeah. I'd
Are
stay
you
Yeah,
inside.
stuck?
I would-
Are you
yeah.
stuck outside if you go outside until the end of the day? Like
No.
until like dark?
No, it just says build a fort. It doesn't necessarily.
Oh. So when you're done with the fort, you probably have to go right back inside, and that's it.
Not necessarily. Like you can just build a fort, or would you rather stay inside?
Or maybe it's saying the only thing you can do in the snow is provide, like you can only build the fort. You can't do anything off, like, you know, everything you do has to be towards the idea of the fort. You know.
Yeah.
I
Basically,
would
so
go-
like,
Outside.
on that same
But
day.
you can go in and out whenever you want, as long as while you're outside, you're building the fort.
Yeah.
I'd go with that then. Yeah, obviously.
No,
go
wait.
outside.
Yeah.
What are the options? Say the exact options again.
It just says stay in during a snow day or build a fort.
Okay, so you just.
Yeah, I want to know if you have
It
to
just
be
says
building that
build
fort
it.
all day.
You probably
It
wouldn't
doesn't-
have to. It's just, would you rather build a fort, or would you rather stay inside?
The thing, yeah,
Like-
there's no really like. It doesn't say you have to.
Because like the way it's worded, it's like once you say, "Oh, the fort
You want to be
is built,"
chicken
you're
in the
just standing
corn man,
there,
or do you want to be a
lifeless.
babby casual?
Oh, chicken in the corn, man.
Chicken
That's
in the
basically what
corn,
this
babby?
question is, bro.
What is it?
Build
Chicken
a
in the
fort
corn?
and be out there like chicken in the corn man, or be just a casual and stay inside and do nothing.
Well, I mean, if I have neighbors, like actual neighbors, yeah, I'd go outside. But I don't want to be outside alone. It's depressing.
It doesn't specify. It could be like It's just a fort. You can do anything.
Like
basically.
for me, it's either go outside and be alone, but I'm in the snow, or be in here talking to you guys. So I just stay inside.
If I could have friends build the fort with me,
Yeah.
fort. But no.
If everybody was given this decision to make, and you all met up, yeah, obviously just build a fort. That's a dumb question, Steven. Why would you ask that? Did you come up with that on your own? Wow.
Nope.
Next question.
I know.
Would you rather be 10 minutes late or always 10 minutes late or always 20 minutes early?
20 minutes early.
Ooh. Yeah, 20 minutes early.
Punctuality is a good thing.
It would be annoying, but I'd much rather be early than late consistently.
It's only 20 minutes, dude. It's not bad.
It looks good to be early. You're prepared.
does.
Boom.
Yeah, yeah, Steven, that's a
There's never a time when you shouldn't be early.
Stop this!
Really.
I'm just picking them out. I'm just.
Steven, you chose a shitty link. Oh my god. Get your head out of your ass.
Would you rather be forced to live this same day over and over again for a full year, or take 3 years off at the end of your life?
So Groundhog's Day or die?
Do I get to choose what day it is, or is it the day I choose like that? option?
It's random.
I'm taking 3 years off
random.
my life.
Yeah, 3 years.
Will they tell you what your life was before the 3 years? Or
There's
is it
no
just-
one telling you anything. It's
Yeah.
You have to relive
Because
your
if
worst.
if it's just randomly 3 years off, it's like, oh, whatever, it ends when it ends anyway.
Well, think about it like this. Would you rather have 3 years taken off your life, or would you rather go insane for a year? Because constant repetition for a year, 365
you know what?
repetitions of
Well,
everything.
that also would
I
let
feel
you
like-
experiment. Like you could just go out
yeah.
naked, bro.
Like
You could just if anything, if you're smart, you could study
Is it
human
Groundhog's Day?
reaction
Is
to
it Groundhog's
specific.
Day?
Basically,
You can
it's basically
shoot up a couple
Groundhog's Day.
schools.
No, but like
So
Alex
everybody resets
Alex,
as
you
well?
have a point. So like, if you take this, you can just study how the human mind reacts to random events and just out there, like just a dude
I would
pulling
go
up strapped
insane.
with weapons or a streaker walking around. Just you
like,
could
if you really need to
document
get out some
human
anger, you can
events
kill
that
somebody, no
aren't
repercussions.
inhumane. Because it's just the same day, but at the end of the day, it's the first day you lived.
Yeah.
That's what will be
I
marked
would
as
go
in history.
insane.
And it's like, you can do
so it
literally everything
depends.
you
Dude,
want.
I'd get
I'd get
Day,
sick with
whether
it, bro.
if you're
I would blow
incarcerated,
all my money
No.
on gambling one day.
No, but the thing is, if it's a random day and it's a day when I'm like 2, no, fuck no. Because I'm
See,
not.
but the thing
Congrats,
is,
you were
if there's-
3
what-
last year.
What you can do is, what you can do is, if depending on what day it is, you can choose an event to bet on, and on your last day, bet on that event, and you'll keep the earnings.
Mm-hmm.
It's
That is
1 year
true.
of your life for like a.
And Tanner, the best part is
And-
you can always bid low on it, so you will always know what the outcome is.
Yeah, and you can
Yeah,
do it.
but-
Like you can do it every. You can do it.
Now, this
364
could
times,
change,
the
but
outcome
what
is
if you
always the
could
same.
pick the day?
If you could, from when I was 7, would I experience that day 365 times and then be brought back to when I was 16, or would I stay, or would I still be 7 and I just go back in time? Like that matters.
Is, yeah,
If I
like
could,
if I,
I'd relive my first day of kindergarten 365 times, be a genius by the end of it, technically speaking, and then
You
I
get
don't
a
know,
lot
I
of
get to
college
experience my-
offers.
I would get my childhood over again.
Ooh,
which
I
I
would
would
love to live my childhood again.
I would not.
I would do a lot.
My
of things
childhood
different.
was a lot more fun than anybody else in this party.
It sucks now for me.
I,
I'm alone. It's just me and my grandma. I miss having my aunts and my uncle here. I'm alone now. I would love, because I wouldn't take them for granted,
Mm-hmm.
I'd enjoy the time I had with them, and if I still had the knowledge that I have now back then, I would. Everybody has that dream, You can be 5 but have the knowledge of a 16-year-old. You feel me?
All right, here's
That would rock.
so final decisions: Groundhog's Day or die 3 years early.
Die
Die
3
3 years early.
God.
All right,
That-
how about this one? Die in 20 years with no regrets, or live to 100 with a lot of regrets.
20 years.
So, would you rather live to 100 as a human being?
With a lot of regrets, so you look back on your life and it's a depressing trip. So you're
Yeah,
gonna
but
die
it's the
sad.
regrets-
what-
It's the regrets you make. That's normal life, so you could just live to 100.
Even if you
Like-
have a lot of regrets, that doesn't mean that your life wasn't enjoyable.
Yeah, it's
Well-
just that doesn't make sense. Like, it's not like every day's a bad day.
See, for me, it depends on if you believe in the afterlife, because like you're not like if let's say you believe in God and all that,
No.
you wouldn't be killing yourself. So technically speaking, if you were a good person, you get to go to heaven, right? But he could interpret that as it's suicide. You're choosing to die. But either way, you're choosing a length of life. You know?
Hmm.
You feel me?
So
So
you're
honestly,
dying in
I would
20
go to
years.
36 because I believe in God and all that. And
I
He's a
believe in
Christian.
I
My
would go
man's
with
got the
36.
faith, bro. He's got the faith.
I am a Christian. I believe in God and all that. I may not be like the best person.
See, but the thing is, it's like you're looking at your regrets. That's nothing bad. Like I don't get it.
I lived 36 years, no regrets, and I get to enjoy the afterlife. I would go with that.
But that's 20 years with no like you can't just say.
Now, if you
I
didn't
just have
believe in the
regrets.
afterlife, I think you should still go for the 36 years. Well, actually, maybe you should go for 100. Because if you don't believe in the afterlife, that means for only a little bit you're experiencing the regret, and then it's darkness. You don't even exist. You can't experience the regret once you die, you feel me?
That is one of the biggest human concerns is what happens after death.
I think it's just reincarnation.
I see
You
no
just,
downside to Christianism.
I'd be okay
Like,
with
you just-
reincarnation, dude. Deadass.
Because either you die and there is something, or you die and you don't
Like-
even realize you were wrong.
Like,
You lived
I
a
have a
good
lot
life,
of
you lived an
out-of-body
honorable life.
experiences, and if I think what happens after death is you just, like, get born in a new body. Just different personality,
That'd
way
be
you
different.
talk.
But,
See,
like,
just be different.
my idea is like that. I have my own idea.
Do you have,
I-
like,
it
the
feels like-
Hindu one where,
that.
like, you're reincarnated as a living being,
That's Buddha.
bug, bird, animal?
Bro,
Here's the
if
thing
I
about
die and I'm a fucking mosquito, I'm gonna be pissed.
If you die and you
Well,
turn
you
into
die
a
immediately
cow?
again and you get into something else.
If you
Cow,
die and you
fuck
turn
it.
into a gorilla, dude. Oh my gosh, if you die and you turn into a gorilla. That would be comedic.
Okay, so the thing about reincarnation for me is, if reincarnation exists, then we've already been reincarnated and we don't remember it.
That's the
true.
thing.
I want to know if those ideas die, and your consciousness along with it dies and gets restarted, but maybe your soul.
It's like it's
know?
like this book we recently read where it's like you just restart. You just reset your life and then it plays out differently.
See, what reincarnation would be useful for is if you're kind of you're in a passenger seat of somebody else's life and like they don't know it, but in a way you are experiencing it. You know,
Yeah, I could see that.
that would be better
Right.
because then you realize, okay, look, I've lived a life. I was technically reincarnated, but you're not in control. That's where reincarnation would matter because if you're not in, if you don't get to if your old consciousness doesn't remember and exists in the new one as well, you haven't even been reincarnated. It makes no difference. See, I want to know what happens to that consciousness, you know?
There is no consciences. It's just gone.
Right? But what happens to it?
It's nothing. It's just gone. It's just gone. Nothing happens.
So why would reincarnation even exist?
Why would heaven exist? You just believe in it.
Yeah, I know.
You
but
just gotta put
I
your
see the
faith on.
reward there.
You're putting all your chips on black, dude. It's
There's
just
a
gambling.
reward there. If you don't
I mean, if
remember
you go to
anything, then technically
heaven,
speaking, you haven't
I mean,
been,
if you go to heaven, there's a reward there too. I mean, life that
heaven
doesn't
is
suck.
heaven is you're going back to the Garden of Eden, right? And what you're doing is you're building. You are on a perfect.
You're on a perfect setting. You're in the perfect
There
earth.
is no violence,
no sin.
and there is no sex. There's no lust. There's no sin. It is perfect, and you know it. You remember your Earth time, but you also realize that you're in what you're
You basically
experiencing now
become the
is
most
perfection.
sentient old man to ever exist.
What you're experiencing now is perfection, and you know
You're
it, 'cause
Master
you remember
Oogway.
the non-perfection.
You're a Master
Oogway.
Oogway, bro. That's all it is. You're just
Yeah,
Master Oogway.
but I feel like I want to say something, but I don't want to sound stupid saying it.
Go ahead.
do
No, dude,
realize
dude,
that-
shoot away, bro.
like,
No one's gonna
We
judge you.
care, but we don't care if you sound stupid. Go.
I mean, I'm the
My
one that's been
idea-
mispronouncing
high
shit all day.
How do I say
It's like
this?
one
I
thing.
feel like you
Shut
live
up.
your life forever. That's why I say
I've
I feel
had
like,
that experience before, Alex, where it's like, what if after I die, I just move on and then just it's immediate? It's just an immediate
like
transition.
no, like there's gonna be a day I die, but in a flash, I'm just still there.
Ooh, I had stuff like that too, where like, what if you're just in a situation where normally you would die, but instead it's like a timeline
You
type deal
don't.
where somebody dies instead, but
Exactly.
yours continues. So it
That's what I
creates
mean.
alternate versions
Dude,
of yourself.
I'm trying to wrap my
That's
head
yeah.
around.
That's what I mean. That's what I like. That's what I think about.
I'm trying to wrap my head around reincarnation.
Well, I mean,
It's just-
the Hindus practice reincarnation.
I'm so
But how do you
confused.
practice it?
It boggles me.
Dude,
well, what they
life
do is
boggles.
they spend their whole life being really good people to get to reincarnation. Then they spend their entire reincarnated life trying to be even more of a good person. Then after the
Yeah, but are they
reincarnated
aware
life,
that
they go to
are
they
they
go to true
aware that
enlightenment.
are they aware that they've been reincarnated?
No, see, that's the thing.
That's
You
the
don't
thing,
know.
dude. It's Hindu.
Being
It's Hindu
aware
belief.
and not being aware.
I don't know, dude. I don't live in
two
India,
different things.
and I don't practice Hinduism.
No, okay, so, but are you aware that you go to heaven, or are you just there?
No,
and
it's
you know
faith
you're
based.
there?
It's all faith. Oh, you mean once you die? Yes.
Yeah.
But
You
I
are
mean,
heavily
once you
aware.
die,
It's your
like
soul.
there can only be one true religion.
So
if you
you
base it off
know-
of what you believe, then that's really just willing to die some
So
what you
you know
think is
you
going to be
die,
at the
and
end
now
of the
you're
tunnel.
here.
I believe that when
Like
I die, I
Christians,
will
dude,
either go to
they're
heaven or
full
hell.
set on when they die. They as based on their actions.
And there's no
they got a
downside
50-50.
because either you, and there's no downside because either you die and you are in heaven, you're being rewarded, or you die and you don't even know you died. You no longer exist.
I mean, hell
It's
is
just gone.
eternal
So I would rather live a
damnation.
good life than take. I would rather live a good life than take chances of going to hell because that is eternal damnation. You are tortured forever. Like
But what
imagine
if
like
you
the worst.
don't go
Imagine
to
the
heaven?
worst pain you've ever felt. Multiply that by
You know what's
3,000.
funny
That's
about that,
forever.
Tanner? People who survived the Hiroshima nuke said that if there was a hell, the Hiroshima nuke would have been the closest thing to it.
Yeah.
Probably. But
Walking
thing
around
is,
the
like,
street, people, their eyeball in their hand as they're walking down the street, skin falling off, dead bodies in rivers,
Yeah.
people on fire.
They're suffering. They're suffering. Now imagine that suffering forever, every day, and you don't get used to it. You don't just get used to the pain.
I mean, those
You're always
memories
feeling that
don't
pain.
leave people. So in reality, it's like the worst
And
type of
you're aware-
PTSD.
And you're aware that you're experiencing it over and over again. And eternity is no end. You can't even comprehend eternity. There's no end.
There's no end. There's no beginning.
Even when the universe ends, hell still exists. Hell will never end.
You're just hoping for the Doomslayer to come over
No.
there with a super shotgun and blast your face
Hell
into.
will end when people stop believing in hell. That's when it will end. Like heaven's gonna end when no one believes in heaven anymore.
That's not true at all. Hell,
Yeah, that's not how that
heaven and hell will
works.
never end. When people stop believing, that's when everybody will go to hell. Only people who believe go to heaven. That's what
Yeah.
Christianity is.
But if
Religion
people
is
don't believe
bullshit.
in heaven and
You
hell,
shouldn't be
why do
following
people
rules.
think
You
they're
should be
gonna go
building
to
a
hell?
religion is
Would
bullshit.
it
You
make-
shouldn't be following rules. You should be building a relationship and believing and living your
If,
life
like,
as.
Because if you
God
worry
would
about
want
how
you to.
you're going to get into heaven, then you're not going to live your life to the fullest. If anything, you're going to live your life on a set of rules so you don't suffer when you die. Right?
The better question is Catholic or Protestant?
I mean, it's stated
Let's wrap this up in 3
that,
words: Catholic or Protestant.
It's stated
Oh,
that
that's good.
one of the potential uprisings of
Of Jesus Christ.
of Satan or whatever is going to be is through the Catholic Church.
It's possible.
That like they're one of two of the possibilities of like the beginning of the end of the world was Satan rising through the Catholic Church.
I've been endlessly just walking around in this game this entire time.
I've been
Okay,
staring
I've
off.
been looking at.
I've been staring off of the cliff at spawn, Alex. That's what I've been doing.
Back
I've
to
run
the,
away from literally every enemy I've run into, and
Back,
I'm
back to
moving.
the thing you guys were talking about heaven, though. When you go to heaven, you become an angel, and once you become an angel, everything human about you is no longer there. So your feeling enjoyment and happiness is gone.
You
See,
lose
okay,
senses
we
too.
were-
You don't have sense of
So, yeah,
smell.
You lose what is human. You're no longer human, so you're no longer you.
But
Okay,
you're
yeah,
the
yeah. Okay, look,
definition
here,
of
let
the
me explain this.
perfect
Let me explain this.
capsule.
Let me explain this. So when we ate the fruit, we gained the knowledge of right and wrong. So in heaven, we have no knowledge of right and wrong because there's only right. There is no wrong. So that is your like. You could argue that that's what makes you human, but that's up to opinion.
Yeah.
We are
No, I'm
built
not
in
saying-
God's image, and when we go to heaven, we are
Yeah.
in our perfect body. If you were fat and you're supposed to be skinny, that's your perfect body. You are in your perfect.
If my perfect
You're,
body's
like-
being fat, dude, God bless, because I love it. Lets me eat more.
It might be everything that's wrong. My psoriasis gone. Okay, that's definitely not a part of my perfect body, and I will be so happy.
Maybe I
because you
won't
have
need
no
glasses,
stress.
dude.
And you won't think about it. You won't
No,
feel
but,
okay.
but stress will no longer be a factor because that's a human trait.
That is a human trait.
So you no longer feel stress or
And-
anxiety.
And the work we do in heaven will not feel as if it's a chore, so we will never run out of energy. That's how the Bible explains it. You will have endless energy. You will always be farming. Everything you do will be useful.
Yeah, everything you do will be useful, and you no longer have a sense of this is boring or I want to do something else because that's a human thing.
And it's like every day you can have dinner with a different person because people are always dying, and there's already there's like billions of people up there already. Moses,
It's an endless
Noah,
loop of knowledge. You could see
all these people you've wanted to have dinner with.
Noah,
you can sit down
Isaac,
and talk.
The thing is,
King James. You could make fun of Judas.
I don't.
No, because
King James is definitely not in heaven.
You would no longer.
I know. I put him down there with make fun of Judas and King James.
Fun. You would no longer have. You would no longer derive.
You would
pleasure
get.
from making
You wouldn't
fun
get
of
those
people.
emotions. Yeah, that is true.
Because, like I said, you would no longer be human.
It's just happiness.
How Tanner was saying. Yeah. All you would know is happiness, but you wouldn't know of any other like type of thing that's human.
So you would be grateful for what you have because
You'd be You'd be eternally grateful for what you are and what you do.
God, dude, cannot wait to die.
That's why like innocent things like such as children. That's why it's like they're automatically guaranteed because they don't know anything different as it is. So they can't have a different. They can't have done anything if they don't know anything different than what you are.
What?
Like it's like so what if you
No,
came out of the
Alex.
womb and
So
instantly
how the
slapped your
Bible
mom's
explains
pussy?
it is,
You're not gonna go to
a
hell for that.
child who does not have a basic understanding of what's right or wrong, if killed, they immediately go to heaven. Because they couldn't have known. They couldn't have known.
There should be like, I feel like God has leniency with age. Like you need to experience some life before being damned.
Does that mean that if you're old, then he's just extremely harsh on you?
I feel like once you hit adolescence, I think actually maybe after adolescence, because no matter what, during adolescence you're kind of an asshole.
The way it's stated is like as a child you still have your innocence because you're still learning what's right and what is wrong. So you're still learning what is human and what is not.
Yeah.
As you age, you have gained that knowledge, and it doesn't necessarily mean that you will be judged more harshly, but it will be stated that you can now be rightfully judged because you know the difference between which is which.
Yeah. So like maybe so once at some point in your life you learn what right and wrong. Like so even if you are locked in a basement, somehow God will like make its way. You will learn about God somehow. If you're locked in the basement for your entire life, and if you choose, once you have that knowledge, that's when it's decided. Technically speaking, that's when it starts for you. Because once you have that knowledge, that's when you can choose right and wrong. So if you choose wrong, once you die, if you die having chosen wrong, even if you're like 8, you know right and wrong when you're 8. Okay. You're still making choices. You have the ability to be good.
You have to be held accountable.
But at those young ages, you're still not technically your own person yet. You're still immensely molded by your surroundings and people. So you would still
there's still a lot to adapt to and learn.
Yeah, in most cases, at like that young age, you would still be automatically accepted by those terms.
Yeah, but I feel like let's say you're 8, like still right. And every day you wake up and you disrespect your mother, you go to school, you get in fights, and you know that God exists, you're like, fuck you, God. You're like, fuck you, God. I know that you exist, but I don't give a shit about you. You're going to hell because you know.
Yes, at that point, yes. But the thing about Christianity is that it isn't that you're a good person; it is that you accept God as your savior, as like that He is.
What if
He is the one that you are believing in for the rest of your life?
Accepting that He's real is a big part of it. Following Him is a big part.
Following Him is not that hard of a part. Accepting Him is the bigger part.
See, as a kid, if you're taken to church, you're like, okay, He's real, and
that's not how it was for me.
You don't really do right or wrong.
What if?
Didn't you go to church?
No, I went to church all the time, dude. But it's just like I never got the whole Christianity thing wrapped around my head. I could never focus. See, maybe it's just.
So did you when you went to church? Did you believe in God?
I accepted Him in my heart when I was like 7.
But did you believe in Him?
I was iffy.
Did you believe in a big man in the sky? Because that determines it. If you died right then and then,
whenever I did something bad, like when I was young and I used to like masturbate atrociously wrong, I would be like,
no, because
I'm looked down on right now, and it is not good.
The thing
that's belief right there. That's belief.
Yeah. Yes, but
And I
that's
still
not
kind of feel like that. Like
acceptance.
when I cuss
That's
a
not
lot,
acceptance, no.
when I where it's like, the more I do
Because
this, the
there's a
less my
difference
rep
between
is.
there's a difference between knowing that something exists and accepting that as your savior, as you like you.
What if I don't accept hell and heaven? Do I still go to hell?
Yes.
Yes, but I don't
If you're an
accept
atheist, you
my
go to hell
belief.
because you've denied the existence of your very creator.
Yes.
Okay, what if I don't accept that hell's a thing? Am I still going to
Well,
hell?
if
Yes.
it doesn't matter if you accept, no, it's whether or not you accept God, not
If
hell.
you, okay, if you don't think hell exists, do you think heaven exists? And if you think heaven exists, you think God exists.
Yeah,
You
that is the
accept it.
thing. So
That's what determines.
if you
Do you
don't think
believe in
hell exists, then you
evolution?
wouldn't.
You cannot
Evo-
believe in heaven
All
without
of
believing in
this
hell. There's always
spawned from, would you like to die 20 years later, no regrets, or live to 100 and have regrets? But no, now we're talking about religion, you know?
Yes.
Okay,
This is a very
okay,
great
hey,
podcast.
So wait, let's not talk. Okay, let's go away from Christianity. Let's go to like Islam.
Dude, do you
or
want to just
whatever
put this
it's
one on
fucking
pause and like pick it up sometime later?
Yeah.
Let's come
We're
back to
probably
it.
All right,
never
this
gonna
one,
do it,
I'm actually
but
making
yes.
this one up. This one's mainly for like people who. This one's really just for me and Logan. I really wanted to do this one with Dylan in here too because I feel like this would have been interesting. Tanner, you might have your own opinion about this. I don't know about you, Alex, but would you rather drink
Probably have a
with?
strong opinion about
Would
it.
you rather drink with Dwayne Wade or Allen Iverson?
I fucking
care.
know.
Exactly, that's what I'm
Dwayne
saying.
Wade.
Like, well, I mean,
I thought
Number
it'd be like
three.
political or something. Like, dude, what?
nah, dude.
We just came off
Donald Trump or Barack Obama?
No, shut up. We just came off
Trump
this deep
hard.
discussion. Would you want to drink with Dwayne
Shut
Wade
up.
or Allen Iverson?
What? It's
Okay, so
interesting,
I want to
bro.
know if there is a sentient, all-knowing being.
The
But like,
answer
what's more
or
important is,
Superman?
can I have a sip with Dwayne?
The
care.
answer or Superman, bro?
Neither of them was called Superman.
No, they'd had the Superman thing. Wade had the Superman thing from the chest.
Wait, what's happening?
Out of all people, Logan, I
Is
thought
there a
you'd know
new
that.
question? Is there
Yep,
a
new question. Let's go.
But between AI and D Wade, I would do D
Okay,
Wade.
guys, I have a question.
Dylan would do the
Okay.
answer, bro.
Okay, would you rather be born in the past or in the future?
Pass.
Past.
How far in the past?
I'd have
It
slaves.
depends.
How far in the future?
Can we choose any point in the past before
So-
we were born as our birthday?
Yes, you can.
Oh,
And
you
yeah,
can-
I was born in the past.
Early
100%.
2000s.
1986. Hard.
1980 to early 2000s. In that area, I would be fine with
But the
it.
thing is, no, this is
1986 to 1990.
okay. But okay, let's add something new. So you die. Let's say you
Yeah.
were born in 2004. You die when you're 70.
Alex, after this, I have a really,
know-
I'm talking really good one.
So when you die, you know all your knowledge. Would you still go into the past or future?
Say
Like,
and
would
repeat
After we
that.
die?
Yeah, you know everything. You just like, I want to be born in this, but you still know everything.
So you get reborn with the knowledge that you existed
Yes.
before.
Yeah.
Okay, I do that. I'd do that. Because I'd be
Past?
grateful for what I have. Because I know right now I would have preferred to have been born in the 90s. People because I would be a millennial and people look down on Gen Zs automatically. It's basically saying all black people are criminals. Okay, they don't realize it, but they do it. All Gen Z kids are different. There are kids like me. There are kids like fucking
Hey,
Caden. Okay,
what's
me and Caden
poppin'?
are completely different people. You know, I would be
Is it?
grateful to him. I would if I had the knowledge. I know that I'm in the I know that I'm experiencing something new, and I'm grateful that I can now experience this.
Okay.
I'd be grateful to be alive when fucking Ed, Edd and Eddy was airing every fucking Sunday or some shit.
Oh
Like,
hell yeah!
oh my
Dude,
god.
I'm a boomerang, bro. My grandma has still airs
just
boomerang.
the culture of the 1990s is like, it's for me.
I'm gonna be born in the 1920s.
Cause like,
I want to
absolutely
be
not.
during the Great Depression, living under a
I'm
bridge
just
in
gonna
a
sleep
box.
I'm just gonna sleep in a fucking drawer every day. No big deal. I like it.
I would say
I call
I'd
the
told-
top drawer.
You like your tiny. I got top drawer.
Guys, I have another question.
No, bro. I want to ask this
This is-
one. Shove it up your anus
Okay,
for right now.
okay.
Would you
Yeah, I'll
rather
do- yeah,
lose
sure.
all of your friends but keep your best friend, or lose your best friend but keep the rest of your friends?
Oh fuck, that's
That's
a good
hard.
one.
Because I'm
Because
gonna.
for me, it's lose Logan but keep the rest of you guys, or keep Logan
Who would be my?
and lose
Who
you
would
guys.
be my best
Like
friend?
Would you just hate each other? after that? Or
No,
would you like
No.
not
you
even be
guys
in each
just
other's
stop
lives?
You don't
talking
know.
and you just lose all connection
don't-
eventually.
Just non-existence, essentially.
But
Like
you're
how
aware of
Sony
what you
happened.
used to have. But you're aware of what you used to have.
You got the memories, but you
Ooh.
can't bring them back.
That's a. Who would be my best friend?
You can always
If you say me, I'm gonna call you
Ben,
Monkey.
yeah, probably. Maybe no, maybe.
You
yeah,
and Ben
no,
have the biggest connection out of everybody here. You and Ben vibe on a big level.
Yeah, I would say Ben. Oh, that would be hot. I hate that. I hate that one. I want to shoot myself now.
Oh man. Well,
That's
so my
why.
best friend,
That's what makes it a good one.
That's a good. Okay,
So my
What
best
about
friend
you,
is my
Logan?
friend Irvin, right?
I would.
Tanner, would you rather lose Irvin and keep the boys, or lose the boys, keep Irvin?
Okay, wait. So wait,
That's a hard
I have
one,
a
I'm gonna
question.
be
I have a
honest.
question about this one. Would your best friend know that all the other friends are dead, gone?
No.
What?
No, he
It
wouldn't.
would
So
not
you're-
affect them.
So the people
would
you
not-
choose wouldn't be aware of your choice.
So it's basically like they don't know yet until you break it to them.
Okay.
It's
Like,
like,
you
can-
and you know
that
what? You know what
sucks.
Caden did, and he took Dylan with him. It's essentially that where they just like separated. They didn't come back for a little bit. Except we can't
It's
bring
like-
them back. They're
It's
gone.
like you can hold it above them. It's like, hey, dude, I kind of lost my best friend because I chose you. Could you like not be an asshole or something like that? I feel like you could hold it over their heads.
If you use that as leverage, that's just being a dick.
Yeah, that would make you a dick. It depends on who you are. Would you or would you not use it as leverage? There'd be times when it's
No.
like, I chose these fuckers over that guy. I can't believe myself. And there'd be times like, dude, I'm happy I chose this. There's ups and downs.
For me,
I'd
dude,
honestly-
sorry guys, but I'd keep Logan around. Fuck all y'all.
Okay.
I would probably choose Irvin too because at some point we're gonna stop talking.
Eventually, yes.
But if
like
you have
that's-
that really, if you have a really okay, look, you have a mediocre bond with a bunch of guys, right? That's probably gonna go away at some point. But you have a really strong bond with somebody, and you keep their number in
Yeah.
your phone. You call up every once in a while, have a drink. That's a good friend for That's a good friend for life.
Yeah.
I'd keep that.
I have a question now.
Go ahead.
I was also gonna state that
Never mind.
with the. Well, no, you can after this because I was trying to say this, but y'all are fucking assholes. Who never let me talk. With with having a with a best friend, you have a person that is essentially like almost like would be like the equivalent of having a partner. Oh, but in a different way. Like you have someone to vent to, you have someone to really experience life with, but in a different way. So through that, you can develop much more as a person and enjoy life a lot more. Like, yes, you may get tired of them, but the question says that you lose all your friends. It doesn't really say that you can never have friends. But more
Yeah,
than
you
that,
can create new bonds.
yeah, but more than that, if they are a real best friend, then it wouldn't matter that they're the only person you can really hang out with now because of how proper of a connection I would actually interpret.
It's hard to make a best friend. That's why we do it at a young age because then they're there, right? You
Yeah.
don't have time when you're an adult to make a new best friend.
Yeah. Plus, it's a
Dude,
lot
Logan
harder.
stuck on me in 8th grade and he wouldn't leave, so he's kind of here to stay.
Yeah, Logan, you're kind of a
Okay.
bug.
Logan, you're a
Okay.
You're like that shark you're like the fish that sticks to the shark, dude. And then we went to high
Okay.
school, and then now you're a shark.
You're like a
We're all
fucking
sharks.
plankton, dude.
Okay. This is.
And now
mine.
what, Steven?
Yeah, but what would you pick, Logan? Who would you
I
consider
just
to be
said-
your best friend?
Probably you, mate. Like,
Hell yeah.
Thinking
Got a
about
spot at the
it,
tip.
no one's really up there.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Here's the question.
I
Like,
mean, when Tanner
because-
used to play PlayStation at the time, you and him were like runner-ups, and then Tanner stopped. So
Yeah.
Guys, say
Well,
Wait, what's happening? What am I running up for?
you fell off of
There
my
are-
best friend list. Go back to the dams of which you came.
We right now I feel like see I haven't talked to you guys in a month. I jumped in the party. We were talking like we're friends like a long time. We're
Yeah, no,
borderline
because-
best
no.
friends.
Because I was gonna say, we have a very great group because everyone is.
Fuck! Stop! Sorry, go on. There's a fucking mole rat that just decided to eat my ass while I paused the game. These
everyone in the friend group is really good friends with everyone else, so we can all actually share that bond together. And
So,
that's
because I feel like
unique.
everybody in the group, the only people I don't consider like up there in best friends would be like Charlie, because I haven't really met him much, and Caden. That's it. Everybody else here, I'm like,
G,
everybody here has
he's
like,
cool. He's a
for
cool
me
kid.
and Tanner, we played Destiny 2 for such a long time together, bro. It's just, I think whenever I'm alone and I need someone to play with that I can hang out and chillax and have a lot of laughs and be a little racist, I'll be like, Tanner, do you want to play Destiny 2? Let's do it. And then if I'm like, if I want to just slow down, chillax a little bit, throw some giggles, and laugh at a guy named Jamal, I'm like, Alex, let's go play Minecraft. And then with Logan, if I want to be serious and I want to have a competitive time or play basketball, I'll just play with Logan.
I don't know if you guys have this too, but there are people in this group that I'm not very good friends with, but we get along. Like, me and Alex is not very close. I barely know the guy. Is he even here right now? Who is he?
I don't fucking know.
Alex,
me and Ben,
I don't know who he is, bro. What a faggot.
Me and Ben not very close at all, but we're cool. You know?
Yeah, Ben's cool with a lot of people.
Me and Justin, before when I had my PlayStation, if you guys were on, me and Justin would play together sometimes. G's pretty damn cool.
We all need a friend like G. Soft-spoken, up there, calls people the N-word, nonchalantly.
Oh yeah,
like he's
soft-spoken.
When he's not mad, he's soft-spoken. Say what you want, but when he's like when he's in a useful state, he's soft-spoken.
He's not very often neutral.
Okay, can I say
that's because he's playing
question,
with autism, Rolly Kid.
Oh yeah, sorry, Alex.
I've been waiting so long.
And another thing, as I was saying before.
I can't tell if this is real or not. I'm scared. Okay.
Go ahead.
It's fake. Go ahead.
Okay, so would you rather be the person who flips the switch during an execution, or be the judge that sends someone to be executed?
So kill somebody or sentence them to death. I'll pull the switch, bro. I'll throw blood at him one last time.
Being a judge. Okay, look. From my perspective,
being a judge is
too much of a chore. It's too much of a chore. You know, flipping a switch, done. Go home.
I was just a guard that was randomly chosen out of the rest of them.
To take the life of somebody. You gotta get paid.
I hate how impersonal you've made that simply with that statement. Because think about you're thinking about it simply as how much work you have to do. The way I'm thinking about it is, as the judge, the psychological effect that I just sent someone to death, that I'm taking away their life.
No, here's the thing: the jury decides. You're just watching over it. It's the jury that decides.
You're just making sure the court's not.
What if? Hey,
you will rule. Once again, Alex, you rule whether or not the jury has made a good decision or not. You like, okay, with the evidence provided, I believe the jury has made an adequate decision, and that's your job as a judge.
All right. So then, if in that case, I would rather be a judge simply because, as an execution, you're quite literally taking away someone's life. That's just a lot to take.
Like, Alex, I'm so sorry. Alex, I'm actually so sorry, but I want to add on to what Logan just said.
People, I want to add on that for Steven.
People have felt like that before. Like, there's this guy who interviews like ex-military operators, and one guy said there's a day that has stuck with him. He leveled a building that had civilians in it, and that day has never left his mind once.
That is so different. This could be a murderer. They took the life of somebody else, and now they're getting their punishment.
Yeah, but what if they're innocent?
Civilians did nothing. We don't know.
That's even more such of effect. If you're killing an innocent person, like if you're the executioner.
If I'm gonna be the executioner, I'm gonna watch the court trial myself. And decide off of that whether or not I feel this person is guilty or not.
So, okay,
yeah, but that doesn't. But
that is your job. Your job, Tanner, is to murder that man at the end of the day, innocent or not.
Yeah, you still have to flip the switch.
No, because I'll be able to tell him, hey, no, I don't want to take this. I want to do this.
Not necessarily.
Because you're just finding somebody to flip a switch. It's not that hard.
Okay, I have no.
A monkey could literally do it.
No,
they should have monkeys do it. Oh my god!
Okay.
They should have monkeys do it. What the fuck?
No, let me say this. What if is your best friend? Let's just say a friend, and you know that they're guilty. Would you be the one executing them, or be the one?
I call him Twig one last time, and I'd be like, "Sorry, bruh, but you."
It is your best.
It depends on what they did. It depends on what they did. If they murdered somebody,
I
would.
If I heard that Logan pulled up to Dylan and was like, "You didn't give me PS Plus," put a bullet in him, I'd be like,
so it's like, no.
Dude, say hello to the devil for me. I'll see you there in about 20 years, and I'd flip the switch.
Would you be the one to flip the switch to kill your friend, or would you send your friend to be killed?
Ooh.
That's how, like, if you say it like that.
I'd be biased in the decision making, so I would have to just flip the switch because you can't.
No, but you can't think about it like that. You can't think about it like that.
You don't know what they did as an executioner. You don't know. You just have to flip the switch. They're dead. That's
but
all
I know it's them. Okay.
Yeah.
If it's my best friend, like lifelong, I would want to be the person to do it.
Yeah.
Because there's a relationship there, and it's like, it's not just some random person taking your life.
This is in the future, because you could be adults. That best friend could have been from high school. That bond could be gone.
It could be one of you guys. Logan could be a tax evader for all we know, because he's so smart. He just
the
gets away with it
IRS
for like
would have
5
killed him
years.
before us, dude.
Right?
No way.
Yeah. Not even if you remember, not even the fucking Joker wants to fuck with the IRS.
Dude. No, but dude, if it was Logan, we ended up being best friends because we somehow got into the same college. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? If it was Steven, if it was Alex, if it was Ben, it was Dylan, I would want to be the person to do it if I was their best friend in their eyes.
Yeah, that like
because they know that I'm not doing it out of hate. I'm doing it out of mercy. I'm not gonna let some random person kill my best friend.
Yeah.
You know?
So I was gonna say that adds like a sense of comfort, but at the same time, just think of the guilt and betrayal you would feel if you actually sentenced your friend to death. Just think about that.
It would, yeah.
Final decisions. Your boys flipping.
Like, are we saying okay? Let's say we're no longer a judge, but we're on the jury.
No,
because the judges make the decision. Why would you be the judge? You're not making a decision.
Because you're being forced to be the judge in this situation.
Well, then it doesn't. Then you're not
forced to be the jury.
Yeah, and the jury would make it a much more difficult choice because you're literally deciding. The judge, like they just said, is basically like, okay, it's keeping control.
Because on the jury, like, you've known this person for a long time. This is your best friend. You feel like you know them better than even their parents. You probably do.
See, you can be on the jury, and anyone can just a group
just one person has,
you.
Just one person has to say the latter decision.
Yeah,
and
but
it can't be majority. It has to be unanimous.
Yeah.
The fuck? That's not democracy.
Alex, that's a conversation.
No.
That is a conversation for a different day.
That is a conversation for a different day.
It is democracy because
Logan,
it is
we're
democracy.
dropping the democracy thing. We're moving on. Final decisions, boys.
Let me just
flipping
say
the switch, or you're being the judge.
The reason it's like that is because in the U.S. you're innocent till proven guilty, so it has to be you have been proven guilty before they can actually charge.
How many people are on a jury average? Like 12?
I think it's like 8 to 12. I think
12 to 16.
See, if 7 out of 12 people found you guilty, like let's say 7 out of 12 people found you not guilty.
Okay, let's say there's
a solid majority. There's a solid chunk of those people.
There's 15 people
that find you guilty.
that think you're guilty. There's one person, he's not guilty, and it's all fucked
okay,
up.
Look, as a lawyer,
person.
as a lawyer on either side, your job is to fight for your job is to gather information that's solid enough to make the jury unanimous.
Yes, but for your point, Alex, it has to be unanimous regardless. Like, it doesn't end until the jury has come to a unanimous decision.
And the way that the court works, if one person is holding out way too long, they replace that person.
Yeah, because then they've grown.
That's why some court trials can last up to 3 days.
They last way longer. How long did OJ's take?
They last way longer than that.
Like a year? Not actually, but dude, it took forever.
3 weeks.
Because OJ's was a hard case, okay? And there were points when it was like if they had, there were probably points within the trial where if they had paused it right then and there, it was super unanimous. But like 5 seconds later, somebody has now changed their mind, you know? Like am I still in the party?
Yes, you are. We're just listening to you.
When he put on the glove and it fit perfectly, everybody on that bench definitely thought he was guilty. They probably didn't stop it right then and there and then go take a vote. They probably kept going on throughout the day until the end of the day, and that affected their decisions. That's all I have to say.
Would you rather watch a movie in the theaters at home?
are you cool with taking your friend's life, or would you rather watch Donkey Kong at home?
Wait, can I put up the two that I think are pretty good?
Yeah.
The first one is be in the history books for something terrible, or be completely forgotten after you die.
Oh,
so
completely.
So like
entirely forgotten, no memories, no one knows you, not even your own.
So would you rather? So you would have no effect on society whatsoever, or you'd go down infamous like Hitler or Stalin or something.
Yeah, but doing something terrible, it could change the world for the better. Like, because of what Hitler did.
I mean, look at Hitler, yeah.
Think about 9/11, how much airport security there is now.
Days live in infamy, Pearl Harbor.
This is a horrible view on what we're talking about, but okay.
No, it's just hypothetical. It's not necessarily stating our views on it. It's
because thousands of people died, we now have an extra metal detector. This is a bonus in my eyes.
When you put it like that.
Don't worry, boys. We gave airport security batons. The terrorists are done.
They now have metal detectors on their hips because of those casualties.
They now have the legal
hashtag worth it.
They now have escalator.
They now have escalator.
We now no longer let the Hindus on our planes. This is positive.
What are we? America just starting their immigration laws? The No China Act? Are we the No China Act?
The Fuck Asia Act?
Yeah, dude, seriously, that was actually an act. The Fuck Asia Act.
Are you serious?
Yes!
Okay.
In American history, there was an act that passed that would not allow anybody of Chinese or Asian origins into America.
It was stupid. Okay, I'm gonna say this one, and then Steven, you say the other one. Would you rather go to the deepest parts of the ocean or the outer reaches of space?
Outer reaches of space. No way in hell you're gonna be in the ocean.
Outer reaches of space is technically not feasible since space is infinite.
Oh my fucking god.
Alex, you basically just told me, do you want a nice galaxy view, or do you want deep, dark hell in the water?
Maybe make it like, okay, would you rather be on
at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, or go to space?
Would you rather be the one, okay, like, let's say it was you and a girl were sent to Earth, basically the Adam and Eve of a different Earth. Would you rather be those people, or spend like 5 minutes at the bottom of the Marianas Trench?
Well, it'd be that's not even like a proper comparison you can do.
No, but the deepest part in the Earth that has been echolocated is the bottom of the Mariana Trench. So, Logan, if you think about it, do you really want to be down there?
Would you even survive for 5 minutes? All that pressure on top
of you? No, that pressure, you would immediately die.
Yeah.
You would die way before that.
So would you rather die or like completely?
You're basically being crushed by the Twin Towers stacked on each other over 1,000,000 times over.
See,
to go down there, you would have to have special equipment and such.
If I was in like a really good submarine at the very bottom, I'd still be very nerve-wracked.
I would be nerve-wracked. There would half of it would be filled with my own shit, and the other half would be flooding with my piss.
Well,
but it's like also going
if you're Adam and Eve all over, think about the absolute.
I can't fucking play Subnautica without shitting myself. How am I supposed to survive down there,
let's say
dude?
they send you and your wife of like 10 years. You're in a great relationship to the nearest inhabitable planet. Do you do that? And start life completely
because it's better than dying in the bottom of the ocean.
Okay,
but your chances of dying are actually very low.
Okay,
nigga, if I hear a growl, I'm dying of panic.
There's nothing that's gonna keep me alive after.
Because what if you get there and your wife is like, so here's the thing, I've already been through menopause.
If she wants to have sex, I'm gonna say no. You're gonna wait till we get on. No, if she says, I want to have sex down here, I'm going to be like, no, you horny bastard. You're going to wait.
Oh my god, that would be so awesome.
I have sex with the biggest angler fish known to man watching.
God.
That's awesome. Not even that, dude. We don't even know what's down there.
That's the thing. You could be the first person to see something no one else.
You could be the first person to see hell. Take a step down there.
That's like, if you think
about it, the deeper we go, the worse it gets.
Okay, so like,
can you
if
even
you're in
see
space,
down there? It's pitch black.
No.
Have we been to the bottom with like a robot?
Alex,
or something?
Yes,
Alex,
that's the bottom.
You don't
As
understand.
far
You're
as we know, is
giving
the
me
Mariana
like
Trench.
you're making
That
me
is the
imagine a
deepest discovered
scenario
spot on
where
the
I'm
Earth.
sitting down
Yeah.
there in a
So,
submarine
what
and there's
if
a glass pane
A
in front of
person
me.
has
Okay,
gone down
think about
to the
this.
Mariana Trench.
Okay, and they lived.
Yeah, they went in like a special sub type shit.
Okay.
Yeah, they were fucking. Yeah.
But that's
So,
it's only like 5
no.
minutes, and then you start heading back up.
Yeah.
And
So,
you
like,
get to live
let's
your
say
life working the 9 to
you
5.
s-
I wouldn't want to do that. Actually,
So
I
what
want
if?
to go to the New
Okay,
Earth.
okay. How about this? You're in the
Tanner,
like,
you would really like to
deepest
play
part
Far
of the
Cry
ocean.
5. You're such a
No,
freaking
I
Joseph
don't
Seed.
Would you like be at the bottom of the ocean for as long as you want and be in no danger, or would you be in a completely different solar system as long
Solar
as you want
system.
without dying?
Alone?
It depends. I don't
Okay,
fucking
Are
I
we
just don't
alone
want to
in
be
either
in the
scenario?
ocean. I'm terrified of the ocean.
I don't want to be alone.
I don't care if I'm
I don't
alone
wanna be
down
alone
there. I
either,
don't
like,
care if nothing is
in
down
the
there.
ocean,
I don't care
in-
if it's the prettiest sight to ever exist.
in
I
the-
don't want to be in the ocean.
Yeah, I understand that, but like
I
I
don't
agree
like-
with Tanner on that because, well, at least in the ocean, like on the bottom of the ocean, I could still communicate with someone because there will likely be some form of communication. I can still talk to someone. In space, there is nothing, as far as we know. I'm just there, meaningless, and surrounded by ever-existing eternity.
That's like the thing. So, like, would you rather float in space or just float in the
I don't know
ocean?
about you,
Well,
but I
mean,
lived my life by that single image of the astronaut in a lounge chair on the moon drinking Bud Light. You know what I'm
Here's
saying?
my question. So you said floating through space or floating through the ocean. Are you literally talking about physically just floating around?
You're just there.
Not inside of anything? Like, do you have like a specialized
Alex,
suit
and that's a
for
done deal.
Each thing?
Do you want
Each
to die
thing?
in space, or do you want to live but just be at the bottom of the ocean?
Like, if I have oxygen, I'd rather be in the ocean because I can just come right back up. You're not saying forever.
Alex said you won't die. Alex said you'll be perfectly safe for both
Yeah,
scenarios.
you'll be perfectly safe. There's no danger, maybe.
No danger.
No
But
danger.
is it
You don't need danger in
is it just
space.
the-
It's lack of oxygen.
Is
You'll
it
just
just
run out
the
and you'll
rest of
die.
your-
No, there's way more
There's
than
a
lack of
lot
oxygen.
more than that.
Well, duh, meteors and all that jazz.
La-
Comets,
no,
the
lack
sun,
of oxygen,
planets.
radiation, temperature. You know how cold / hot it is depending on where
So
you are.
are we just floating through space for the
like,
rest
if
of our
you're in a
life, Alan?
spacesuit, half your body's gonna be hot and half your body's gonna be cold, and
How do you
it's
pee?
hot and
How do you pee?
cold. So you're gonna be
Are you floating through space the rest of your life, Alex? Is that the idea?
not exactly.
Okay,
Like you can
You're
float
not giving enough
You're not giving us
specifics, so
options
See,
right now.
there's not a lot of specifics in these kind of questions. Like you can make up whatever you want and say,
Well,
like,
Alex,
oh,
you
no,
just
that's-
said that you're
that's
going to
why
be
everyone
perfectly
asks
safe at the
It's
bottom of the
dealer's
ocean.
choice.
That's
It's
kind of
dealer's choice.
that's ruining
Yeah,
the
we
mystery.
bring
something up,
I was
and
at
then
the
you
bottom
say
of
yes
the
or
ocean.
no.
Okay, you die in the ocean by yourself. You die in the middle of space by yourself.
I would
Does anybody
rather
know that I exist and I'm where
Yes, that was a good question. No,
Wait, what was the question?
No, he asked.
I'm sorry,
did
dude.
you-
I would still take space any other day. I would be dead in space before you
I am?
catch
So
me vibing
drowning
in
or
the
oxygen,
ocean.
drowning or oxygen.
It doesn't
Oh,
have to be drowning.
You would not die of oxygen. A
I
lack
would,
of oxygen.
dude.
You
When we
would
were playing
die
GTA, Ben took his
instantaneously of
submarine
other
as far
So
down as
no-
he
no
could, and I
equipment,
almost
no
pissed
equipment.
myself.
Yeah, no equipment. You would die instantaneously.
Naked body, space, or okay, space. Duh. I don't want any type of suffering.
No, if you're at the bottom
I
of the
want
ocean,
my
there's no
last.
suffering.
I want
Your
my
lungs-
last image. I don't know about you guys to just be a beautiful galaxy.
So here's my question. So what
That's
you're saying is,
yeah.
okay, so we go in a submarine, I go out the bottom of the submarine, I instantly die is what you're saying.
Yeah, you would instantly die to literally everything. Every part of your body be instantaneously crushed.
Like Tanner, I don't know about you, but I don't want my last image to be this deep, dark ocean. I want it to be a galaxy. I
would
wanna
like
see
it to
something
be,
pretty.
Like,
Yeah,
right
if it's
before I step out, I
instantaneous-
see something beautiful.
If it's instantaneous death, I'm going with space. Yes.
Because that means I have been to space. I've been in water before. Ain't nothing special about that.
Bro, your boy split splash when he was 6. I don't need to do it again.
Okay, Steven, ask yours.
Next question. That one took 10 minutes. Holy
That
fuck.
took way too long.
Oh my god. Oh wow. Oh my word. Would you rather go back to the past to meet your loved ones who passed away, or go to the future and meet and see what your grandchildren would become?
I fear I'd be disappointed in my grandkids, but I fear that I'd be disappointing my elders.
Loved ones, I don't have loved ones who are dead. I hate everyone in my fucking...
So that means you're guaranteed to have
Could you repeat
produce
that, please?
offspring?
Would you rather go to the past and see the ones that have passed before you, or go to the future and see the ones yet to come?
I know a good one after this one.
See, my fear would be going into the future and seeing that I never procreated.
Go to the future?
What future?
Just because I didn't procreate doesn't mean I didn't have sex.
What future?
But how far into the
future?
How far into the future are we talking?
You
your grandparents are 20.
Just to go to the future. Like, take me to the furthest point in my family's existence.
What existence?
God. My entire generation just cuts off the Moore bloodline. God, that'd be embarrassing.
It could
No
affect
one
you,
would know,
idiot.
but it'd be embarrassing.
If you don't get pussy soon, you're gonna be lonely.
I have a good one.
All right, go ahead.
We're not done with Stevens yet.
We're not done. Yeah,
we haven't even answered.
Yeah,
I would go. So would I physically?
I'd go to the past,
dude.
dude. My family's has some pretty good human beings in it. I never
I be
got
able
to
to
meet the
shake
person I'm
hands?
named after.
Would I be able to shake hands with the people?
Yeah, you're
Like, physically be there?
gonna meet them, greet them, tell them who you are.
How long would I be there?
Let's do a standard fairy tale of 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay, see with that you can meet them. There's another way
That's
now.
very little.
Fine, here, I'll bump it up to
if-
10 minutes. You got 10 minutes.
See, you have
Here's my
10
fear.
minutes to say everything you want to say to them.
Here's my fear: going
Ask
into the
the
future for 10
questions,
minutes,
too.
and there's nothing. How far into the future are we talking? How far into the past?
As far as, like,
Your
about...
grandkids.
We're
It's your
talking
grandkids.
your
So
grandparents,
Adam and Eve were the end of
fathers,
your bloodline?
so it would be your grandkids.
So we're
So
going to Adam and Eve
two-
and our grandkids.
So 2 generations, about.
2 generations back. Okay. So here's the thing. I live with the second generation back. I don't need to go past. I need to go back.
for going back, for going back 4 generations, for going forward, like 3.
I'm meeting the person I lived with, grandma. That is awesome. I would like to go to the past.
Oh yes, you're a teenager now. Guess what? We invented vape pens. Don't smoke.
Dude, I feel like going
That's
to the
all I
past
can
would be
tell you.
beneficial for a lot of people.
Legally.
Because okay, so here's the thing. The woman I lived with, her dad died when she was 7 in a car crash. Okay.
Ooh,
He
you know
had
how
a
Cameron's
seizure.
died?
How?
So his wife kept him out of the house when he was drunk, so he hopped on the tractor trying to go to a motel, and a drunk driver slammed into him, killing him on the spot.
Jesus.
Yep, and
Okay,
now
well,
they don't
okay,
have
so-
a dad, and all of them are really messed up except for him and his other brother.
Okay, so he had a seizure and he died from the seizure. But then his car crashed, and my grandma was gonna get in the car with him and leave. So I feel like I could help a lot by saying, listen, this guy, he's going to have a seizure. You need to have him in the hospital at this time.
But would she believe
You
you?
could
though?
prevent. Yeah, that's true. You could prevent.
I could change my great grandmother's life. She could have a father growing up. That
See,
could change
okay.
everything. That could affect me. Because maybe
Okay,
if my
no, I
grandma
have a
had a
question
father,
about this one.
maybe
So, like-
my grandma wouldn't have a fucked up life. Like, this is my great grandma. Maybe my grandma, our regular grandma, wouldn't have a fucked up life. Maybe my mother would be stable. Who
I
knows
have a
what could
question.
happen?
What? Okay, so you would know who you would be talking to. Would they know who they would be talking to?
You'd have to introduce yourself.
Yeah, but this is in the past, so they wouldn't know who you are.
That's why you introduce yourself, dumbass.
Oh, let's
what
go
are you
back
talking
30
about?
years. My name's
Like,
my
hey,
name's
listen,
Alex. You know me?
I am your great grandson. You feel me? Listen, your
So now-
your son, blah blah blah, dies, blah blah blah. Is
But
that
would they
easy?
believe you?
Done like that?
Probably not.
I could bring some technology or some shit. Be like, yo, check out this
Bring an
cellular
iPhone.
telephone.
Bro, look at this
Duh.
vape.
I could, if I had my phone, I could show him pictures of
Pulls
my
up
penis
Pornhub.
and shit, dog.
You want to see my wiener in 10 years? Yeah.
I could take a
packing.
picture of me with them, and boom. If I could take a picture of me with them, oh my god. See, that's the cool thing about heaven. You get
I
to
would
meet
go back just to
everybody.
see Chicken and the Corn Man when he was younger, so I could tell him that he's going to
Holy
grow to be a beautiful musician one
No,
day.
I would literally go back to him. Chicken in the corn. Remember that. And just fucking leave.
Remember who told you, and then you just leave. Honestly, dude, I'd go to the past. I want to see my grandpa when he was younger. I've seen so many like art drawn pictures of him. I have never actually seen him younger.
Actually, here's the thing. He had seizures because he was dropped on his head. I could just prevent every seizure ever. Be like, dude, don't drop your kid.
That's not going to one of your loved ones, though.
That is one of my loved ones. It's one of my elders. It's my bloodline. That's what he's talking about.
It's the person who dropped him.
If we're going our great grandparents, boom. That's their son.
But you can't just say, I won't go to this person. But
that could end up in me not existing. Because then, because if he didn't die, then my great grandmother's mom wouldn't have moved them to Middlebury, and she in turn wouldn't have met my great grandfather, and they would never had my grandma, who would never had my mom, and I would never exist.
If you say that, you just beat the super just going.
So it's kind of a trade-off. Her happiness for my existence. Would I just spoof out of existence, not even die, not even heaven or hell? I just didn't.
You
exist.
Thanos it, dude. You just watch yourself slowly fade away.
My God.
Okay. Well, let's go to the next.
All right, let's go to the next one.
This is scary, bro.
That's the one who did that.
It is freaking 2:20. This is awesome.
Okay. Fuck. Okay, wait. Okay, would you continue with this life or reset? Just
continue. My
Would
life's
I be
pretty
aware
good.
that I reset?
Like you restart. Like, what was your question?
Would I be aware that I reset?
No.
Okay, let's try this. Let's do both ways. First time, no. Let's just no. You just.
Oh, this list was made in 2014.
You reset, but you're not aware that you reset.
Yeah, you don't know.
Well, then I would. That means that I wouldn't experience. Huh. It's a hard one. I'd probably just continue on then.
Okay, what if you knew everything you knew?
Oh yeah, definitely reset. That's the easy one.
Yeah.
Ooh, this one's cool. This one's cool.
Go ahead.
Hear a comforting lie or an uncomfortable truth.
Uncomfortable truth.
See, lying would not help, and plus, if you figured out it was a lie, you would be very.
Yeah, but
wait,
we're talking comforting lies and like your father left to get milk type deal. Whereas a child, it won't affect.
Like God just comes out of later, like dead ass, bro. Your dad actually did go to get milk, but he died.
But
yeah, or like the unbearing truth. Your dad's not coming back. He left.
Your dad was kind of lactose intolerant. He drank the milk. That's my bad.
Oh my word. Ooh, this one has to do with like white torture. Be locked in a room for a week that's overly bright or in a room that's totally dark.
So, overly bright, so like, what would that be? Like, there's just
white torture versus living like the Amish.
How long?
A week.
How long? A week?
A week. So a week in white torture is almost enough for making you like lose the sense of want in your.
Would you have any communication with the outside world?
No.
Think about it like this, though. A light torture would be constant, just your overexposure towards your eyes with light, which, like Steven said, can drive you insane. The pure darkness, that was the other option, right?
That could scare you, bro. If you're scared of the dark, you would be suffering for about a week.
You could go insane from just fear of, like, from anxiety of just something is there, or the fact that you have no control over anything because you can't see what's around you.
It would be so dark you'd be seeing things in the dark.
Would it just be like a cell? Yes. Would it be like a prison type, solid?
No, I'm talking. You don't even know where the fucking door is.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Also, if it is pure darkness, that would also you could potentially. If you said it's a week, so if it's pure, regardless, you have no concept of time, so you wouldn't know how long has passed, how long it's been, and pure light. You at least will get the sense that time is passing. In pure darkness, you can cause the brain to interpret that everything has ended, that this is it. Like, nothing is left. This is all that there is just you in existence of nothing.
And it's like pure silence, too.
Yeah.
Am I going to get rewarded for doing this?
No.
No, it's just which torture?
Honestly?
I would go with dark.
It would feel funky waking up in the dark.
Dude, I do it every day.
Like, time for my daily ritual, sitting in silence again.
You know what would be weird? You go to sleep in the dark and you wake up in the dark, but do you know if you actually went
and
to
you
sleep?
exist in the dark?
That's what I'm saying. Your mind would play tricks on you.
You don't know.
How long has time passed?
That would be fucked up.
With light, your brain will still actually interpret that time has passed. But the thing is, if it's pure light, then you will have difficulty actually sleeping. So that week will actually take longer. If it's always dark, you'll be able to sleep longer simply because of the psychological cues.
I would go with the dark then. I'd have to experience it. I'd have to experience less time in that case, technically speaking.
Yeah.
Okay,
because I could sleep. I could wake up, be like, you know what, it's dark. I have nothing to do. I'm just gonna lay down, close my eyes.
Yeah.
I'd just be sleeping for a week. I just lay down for a week.
Okay, so I just have an actual question. It's not even would you rather. Where do thoughts go when it's forgotten?
They're just erased.
What?
Are they though? But what if you just remember it out of nowhere?
Okay.
No.
What?
So he said, where do thoughts go after they're forgotten? So essentially, memories, because your brain has a limited capacity, the things that are not used frequently are eventually casted aside and end up getting removed from your brain because there's only so much space.
So you're telling me that question So you're telling me that question in 6th grade, the thing I was gonna say to that teacher, done, and it just came back out of fucking nowhere 10 minutes later.
Yeah, no, that's not the thing. The thing is, like, it goes away after time. That's why you forget us. That's why you forget specific details a lot of the time because you do not have the mental capacity to remember everything.
That's why it's better to start learning a language at a young age because then you're practicing it. Like reminding yourself of something helps you keep the memory.
Yes, it does.
Like if you're racking your brain for a name and it comes to you, you want to keep reminding yourself of those names. That's why you can remember your relatives' names because you're always being reminded of them.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I should call Tina. That's her name. Tina.
That's why when like you're meeting new people, but you only see them like once every week, it takes so much longer to remember their name.
Like, there's this woman I see every 2 months to get like my pills re-established for me, and I haven't done that in forever. I can never remember her face. She has huge tits, though. I remember those.
She got humongous honkers.
Like deadass. I can't remember what her face looks like, but she has massive tits.
Alright, this one is mainly just directed at Logan. Would you rather never eat Christmas cookies or Halloween candy?
Christmas cookies, 100%.
So, Logan, you're saying that because you like candy corn.
No, not even that, because Halloween candy, all candy is Halloween candy.
No, I'm talking Halloween themed.
No, here's the thing. Halloween candy is Halloween, okay? There's nothing... Yeah, it's spooky and whatever, but the idea of Halloween is candy.
Like Halloween themed candy, so like candy that you only see when Halloween comes around.
Well, that's so if that's the case, then you still get like your special Oreos and special M&Ms and shit like that.
Do you still get candy, just not Halloween-specific candy?
No,
like ones that you only, like I'm talking only see around at Halloween.
Yeah,
candies that you will never be able to buy in any other variation at a gas station.
You could get Easter Reese's on Halloween, is what you're saying.
Basically, you can get any other themed like Reese's stuff like that, but just
so you would get pumpkin Reese's for the Halloween themed shit.
Yeah, but instead of that, you just get normal.
You'd still get candy, just not Halloween themed candy.
Yeah.
No, he's saying you only get Halloween themed candy, or you
only
get
what? That's all you're saying?
No, I said no Halloween themed
give up
candy.
which?
Then just get rid of Halloween candy. Candy's candy. It doesn't matter what shape it's in. Damn.
Yeah, rest in peace, candy corn and pumpkin crap.
Yeah, I can care less about those. I still have other candy.
Would you rather lose long-term memory or your short-term memory?
Short-term.
Long-term. Wait.
Short-term is
without having short-term, you can't develop long-term memories because you forget to remember. Oh, that's a huge-ass fucking beast. See, if I don't remember your name 5 minutes ago, how am I going to remember it 2 years from now?
You can't.
I never remembered it in the first place. That's what I'm saying. So just forget about long-term. At least I'll have the memories for a little bit.
Well, actually, in cases of short-term memory loss, you can still make deep connections. It's just harder.
You just have to be reminded again and again.
Yeah, again and again.
But it's like an event like your 17th birthday. You won't remember that ever.
No.
Because it was a one-time deal. Oh, dude.
I would get rid
of long-term.
If giving up short-term memory, would be much more of a hassle in the normal life, but your long-term memory would give you much more joy. You would live happier.
So, what I'm saying is, fuck off. I vote that. I have a question. What's the limit on short-term memory? Like, at what point? Is it 5 minutes ago? Is it 2 hours ago?
Is it last week?
Anything under a day? Okay, anything under a month, I should say, is short-term for me. It's very significant ordeals. Okay.
Steven?
What?
Steven? Oh my God.
You asked the question. What we need specifics.
Okay. How long ago is short-term and how long ago is long-term?
Short-term memory is after about 12 hours.
12 hours for you?
12 hours.
Okay.
You forget every event after 12 hours.
Shit. I'd have to go with long-term. Well, how long is long-term?
Long-term is 5 years.
5 years? Okay, I'll go with long-term. I will go with forgetting my long-term, because I will have 5 years of memories, and that's enough for me.
You know what's so fucked up?
As opposed to nothing every 12 hours? Definitely long-term.
Yeah. What, Alex?
We can only see 0.0035 of all light.
So technically speaking, there could be ghosts walking among us, we couldn't even see them.
Yeah. There could be fucking aliens among us, and we wouldn't be able to see them.
Yo, fist bump alien.
Dude, aliens, oh my gosh.
You know how much you're not seeing?
Yeah,
that's so insane. I could be looking at fucking God himself.
What's cracking, Jesus? Fist bump. Hell yeah.
There could be things all around me, or around everyone right now. There could be shit in the sky.
See, have you heard the thought that, if we didn't have eyes we couldn't see, maybe we're missing an organ to see ghosts? Have you heard that thought? Maybe if we had a specific organ,
I don't want to think about that, to be honest. Ghosts actually scare me a little bit.
See, but
let's say we had a little organ on our right arm that allowed us to fucking time travel, some dumb shit like that.
It's okay, it doesn't have to be about ghosts.
Any body part, not even an organ. We're missing something to let us maybe we're missing a body part for a new sense. Like our sense of taste, our sense of balance, our sense of humor, all that.
The light's intense, right? And too much of one thing can't be good, right? What the fuck am I saying?
Too much of one thing is bad.
So it's maybe there's just so much amount of light that hits us at one time, we can only see.
Technically speaking, everything is reversed to our eyes, so everything that's black is really white, and etc.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, that's a sheep squatch. Sheep squatch.
That's not how that works. Everything's upside down. Our vision's upside down, but our eyes make the correction to see everything up.
Brain does.
The brain does, not eyes. You know what I mean.
Would you rather?
So it's like a lens. Our eyes are and lenses.
Wake up naked in a forest 5 miles away from home, or in your underwear at work.
But
5 miles.
It's only 5.
What's the weather outside?
Where do I work?
It's cloudy.
See, no.
CVS
okay,
Pharmacy.
So those are questions we can't ask, because if it's oh, it's sunny. Oh yeah. If it's raining, no. No, we can't just ask those questions.
If I worked at the Dollar General up the road, I'll just wake up at Dollar General in my
work is work. It doesn't matter. If work,
walk a shame style, but in reality, you just woke up at work.
Depending on where you work, if you work at a hotel, there's definitely a lost and found.
Yeah.
Just get new clothes, walk home.
There's two, you can't ask things because it's going oh, if it's raining, I'm going to go to this answer instead of this one. You can't just ask stuff like that. It's going to be too biased. It's just random. Let's just say it's random. So let's say your job is you travel a lot, and you just work at, wake up at, you know what I mean, right?
No,
you can't.
You suck.
Don't say I suck. Listen, I am gay and I love to suck. Okay. So let's say you just wake up and it's raining. Okay, too bad. You can't just be I want to work and wake up in my office now. You can't just say that kind of shit. You can't ask oh, if I wake up, is it raining? You can't ask that. That doesn't make sense.
Well, how far would you? Well,
See,
that's
you
a
can't.
long ass walk from home.
It's only 5 miles.
Cameron's used to it.
No, from work.
Okay, from work. That's yeah. That depends. Like you don't know where you work. You don't have a job right now. You just work. Like, you don't know. You can't just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna work down at Gallops. Gallops is like 2 miles away from my house. No, probably not even that. Like, there's just too many specifics. You can't just ask that kind of stuff. It's too specific. It's like... It just got so fucking quiet so fast.
Well, I'm looking for a question. I found one. Would you rather be caught liking your ex's posts on Instagram or your ex-wife's posts on Instagram?
Joke's on you,
Exes.
I don't have either. Exes, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Hey, Jizon, you want to invite him?
No,
Well, it depends on why they're. It depends on why they're your ex.
Okay, see, we're getting to the specifics again. What
The
if they...
specifics are important.
Yeah, but what if?
Without
Alex,
specifics,
this
you're
one's
answering
good.
a blank
Alex,
question.
this one is so good. Get a cooking lesson from Gordon Ramsay or Ina Garten.
Or what?
Ina Garten.
Oh, it's at Gordon Ramsay's garden. See, that's the thing. Like, if it's Gordon Ramsay's, I'm probably gonna get stabbed. With a
Alex is on Hell's
fucking-
Kitchen. Move,
Actually, Hell's-
fatso. Come on.
Hey!
Me decapitated cock can move better than nut.
Wait a minute. I have a stupid question now.
What?
If you cut the head of your penis off, is that technically a decapitation because you're cutting the head off?
No,
No, that's called idiocy.
it's called transgenderism.
Cinnamon broth!
Would you rather be the class clown or the teacher's pet?
The class
That's
clown.
fine.
I would like to make
Yeah.
people enjoy the class, not be like, I'm the smart one.
Like,
Read a
teacher,
book
that
or watch
cock
the
is
movie.
so big.
What?
Read the
Watch
book
the
or
movie.
watch the movie?
Watch the movie.
Movie. Kid, I don't care about the book.
Not everybody has time for a book.
Yeah.
Would you rather tell me a bad breath or bad manners?
Wait, what?
What?
Bad breath or bad manners? Which one would you date?
Meet somebody? Talk to somebody? Oh, would I have? Date.
I said
Bad
that.
breath.
Next one.
Would you rather have your own theme park or your own zoo?
Like, the theme would be so weird. Because that depends on
If
anybody's
it's Jamal, it's
personality.
just you getting mugged at every corner when you try to throw away your
If
trash.
it
on
was
the trash
Jamal's
stand.
Zoo, it was
It would
Jamal's
just
Zoo.
be a
it would
bunch
just
of
be
black people with
monkey.
Glocks and a bulletproof glass casings.
It would just be like one exhibit with just monkeys and apes in it.
Would you rather be the star player on a losing team or warm the bench on a championship roster?
I get the ring.
Best player, losing team. Because no one's gonna remember
Oh,
me
so
for
you
winning.
like being John Morant? All right.
So like
Oh, so
no.
You like
'Cause
being
it's
Carl
like-
Anthony Towns?
So you like being LeBron James for the majority of his career.
Yeah.
No, more like
Yeah,
Carl
'cause
Anthony
people
Towns
knew
for the
him.
entirety
People
of
started
his
like,
career.
oh yeah, this bitch is good. He hasn't really won anything. Or like, would
No,
you be like
Logan,
that guy who's like there
it's Cat.
at a fucking?
You're asking to be Cat.
Oh God.
So it's like
Yeah.
you're there at a championship.
Not only are
do
you on the
nothing.
Timberwolves, but you're also Cat.
Who the
Yeah,
fuck
my
you
name's
talking?
Kevin Love. I'm on the Timberwolves.
Oh, Kevin.
My name's Kevin Garnett. I'm on the Timberwolves.
It's like I would never like yeah, I can be at a championship, get a ring, but if I'm doing nothing, do I really deserve it? And would people even know about me even?
Oh, okay, but it's like, how good are we talking on a bad team?
Like you're the best. You're skiing 30, 40
I know.
pounds.
Here,
What
no,
is
no,
your,
that's not.
what is
that
your
is not
player
what's stated.
equivalent?
What was stated is: would you rather be the best player on a bad team or be a bench warmer on a championship
Julius
team?
Randle or
So it's being the best
Andre
player on the bad
Iguodala.
team. Yeah.
Iggy's not a bench warmer though. He actually plays.
I know he got 6 man, but
Dude, I've
Like
been
when
fighting
he's
this one
it's like he's when he's on the Heat right now. Like it's a championship roster team that just needs to win, but right now he's just kind of there. No, Rajon Rondo on the Lakers.
He's not been on the Lakers in months.
When he was
Lonzo Ball on the Lakers.
Lonzo
When he was
Ball
at the
wasn't
Lakers,
bad.
when he was with the Lakers, he was a starter.
He's still ass.
Yes.
I'm trying to think. On a championship roster team? Marietta Spates on the 2015 Golden State Warriors. Shoot hoots with LeBron James or toss a football with Tom Brady.
LeBron. Next question.
Tom Brady.
Who decides what's right and wrong?
What do you mean?
Society.
Question.
Society. Like, no,
Alex,
not society.
that doesn't answer the
We're not-
question.
If it's a who, would it be society? That's
Okay,
I asked a
here's my
simple question, and then Alex is just, who controls society?
Fuck, I've used my throat. What makes you you?
Define, what do you mean by what makes you you?
What makes you yourself? Who are
Do
you?
you mean like what, like personality traits? Do you mean like what?
Is that what makes? Is that the thing that makes you you? Your
Or
personality?
What
So
makes
I'm talking about,
me is
as
my
like you're
incurable
I'm asking,
narcissism.
No. I'm asking, is what you're asking is like who you are as a person? Is that what makes you you, or are you asking?
What makes you as a person what you are?
Okay,
Is
I
it
was
your
gonna say.
height? Is your personality? Like, what makes you you?
Oh, okay, because no, the way I was interpreting it was like what makes you you, as in like
Taco Fall. Let's
what
look at him.
creates you.
What makes Taco Fall? He's fucking tall.
He's tall, and he's
And
actually
he
a
has
very
Taco
witted
Fall.
engineer.
And his
His
first
name
name
is
is
Stupid
Taco.
ass smart.
Yeah,
What
he's
makes
a
Shaq
really
Shaq? He's
gifted,
shoot.
like, he has a really good mind for an archetype.
Oh, this fucking
Way more
question.
than an architect, mate.
Holy shit, this
He's
question
fluent
is
in
really
like
good.
he's fluent in several languages, and he learned English while taking college courses in the
Taco
Okay,
U.S.
Fall's
guys.
just a god, bro.
Okay. How do you know you're not crazy and just hallucinating your whole life?
You don't.
You guess.
That's a good question. Isn't
There
it?
is no definitive answer to that because
What?
no matter what you say, your brain, as it's like the human brain, has the mental capacity. Like I was saying, you can create your own fake world inside your own brain. You have the capacity to make yourself insane.
Do you
I've
really
been
do
fucked.
anything out of your own conscious choice, or are we
How about
always
this one,
Yes.
Alex? This is gonna be the one we close on.
No,
Oh,
we're not closing.
Closing?
No, I'm going to bed soon. I've been streaming
You
for an hour and
bastard.
40 minutes. It's
It's
2:47.
2:40.
What? Why are you here at this very moment in your life?
No, what I was gonna ask is, do you guys believe if you hear somebody calling your name but you know they're not there, are you actually in a coma? And they're just trying to reach
I
to
don't
you?
believe
See,
that. I don't believe that at all.
This is another thing. Like, is your life? So you know how people's life flash before their eyes. Are we in that flash right now? Are we dying? But this is just the flash of what we're actually doing.
Oh God, I never thought of it. Because no one
Are
ever
we
really
doing-
goes in. No one divulges into detail like what a flash before your eyes is. Because like they say, you see
Your
whole
entire life.
Yeah, but
Your
my thing
entire
is
life.
like,
This could be it.
is that you relive it, or you just get glimpses of, oh, this is what I did.
Like
Like,
your
for
greatest
me,
memories?
I don't
The
remember.
most prominent?
I don't remember like 7 years of my life. Could
Well,
be
duh,
like
that's
that.
where that's
Like
just
1
bound to
0 to
happen.
7?
When you're a
Yeah, 0 to
child,
7, yeah.
your youngest memories from when you were an infant, all the way to when you were 4, all get erased once you turn 6.
Yeah.
No, it's weird because
So
I
You
still have
re-
a
you can-
couple.
you can remember.
Well, you only
remembering-
remember the really happy ones or the really painful ones.
Go ahead.
I
Bub.
remember vomiting cinnamon toast crunch.
I remember
I remember
my pants.
getting my skull pierced with a rock.
Shitting your pants.
What, Steven?
I remember getting my skull pierced with a rock and my cousin getting a hole in her foot.
See, like, could we just be, like, I could be dying right now, and I could be saying this. But you know what's weird? Before I died, I was already saying this.
You know, I think that idea that if you hear somebody saying your name means you're in a coma, that means that you yourself came up with that idea. So, like,
Yeah.
because you're in a coma, everything is you.
That's another thing about hallucinations, is that your own mind just saying that.
I think it'd be cool to wake up from a coma and it's the 1990s. Like,
yes, Logan.
These are good questions, but they're completely philosophical. There's no sort of like there's no value from these. These don't add to anything. It's completely philosophical. There's no like you have to make a decision. This is a complete philosophical.
There's no risk/reward factor, my dog.
Yeah, this is just topic of debate. These like the questions you would ask for this. Would you rather? Like what I mean by that is like these aren't the questions that you would discuss type. These are the questions like you would discuss for like philosophical purposes, but it's not the type of things of like how we were discussing earlier, like the space.
I have a question. I have a question.
Okay.
Would you rather have the best sex of your life with a dude or the worst sex of your life with a woman?
Worst sex of my life is with a woman.
Okay, you know Alex's.
It could be my first time.
You don't know what you don't want to know.
Yeah, that is true.
Anything?
That is true. That is true. Yes, exactly.
You know the issue is that I can't. Fuck, I can't talk. Is anyone... Wait. Fuck, I completely forgot what I was going to say.
Oopsie. Where did that memory go? Where does it go?
Call forgetting, Alex.
Yeah, so if you just knew it and forgot it, where did it go?
Because
it got
your
lost
brain...
in his brain of thoughts.
Yeah, because your brain can only do so many things at once, and I was trying to multitask at talking while coming up with what I was talking rather than thinking of what I was going to say.
Like when we were talking a second ago, like I'm in a place in this game and I don't know how I got here.
You can't properly multitask. Your brain.
I'm saying right now, I'm stuck on a glacier and I've not been able to get off yet.
What shape is our field of vision?
It's in a cone. It's like a thick cone.
Yeah, I don't know why that's a question here.
Back to your.
Go, Logan.
No, you go.
No, it's usually another random question. No, go.
Please die for the
back to your question, Tanner. For the majority of people, the first time is typically the worst time. So.
Because it's the most painful time, at least for women.
And it's usually like you don't know what the fuck you're doing, so it's least pleasure.
Well, for men, yeah, you
as
have
long
no
as
idea
we
what
found
you're
the
doing,
hole.
and you're done in 5 seconds. It's bad for everybody.
Yeah.
But I feel like if it's both the woman and the man's first time, you know, the man has to go a little slower. Maybe he lasts a little longer.
Did you know when you're drunk you last longer?
I know that.
It makes that makes complete sense because alcohol is a
suppressant.
Yeah, or depressant or whatever you call it.
Suppressant. So they're called suppressants.
Yeah, it causes your blood flow to slow down. So that would cause everything to slow down.
It would take you longer to get erect.
Yeah.
When you're drunk.
What were you saying, Alex?
And if you smoke the right drugs, you can actually last up to 2 hours.
I was just gonna say, if you're trying to fail and you succeed, did you fail or did you succeed at failing?
If you're trying to
succeed,
this is philosophical
again.
Failing. This is philosophical again. So repeat. So if you tried to fail but succeeded, did you fail or succeed?
No, you succeeded at failing. But if you failed, you succeeded.
No, again, slow down. So.
If your goal was to fail, then you have succeeded at your goal of failing. It's a whole okay. Look, if your goal is to make $1 million by the time you're 50, that's one goal. $1 million by 50, and how about this? Okay, if your goal is to not pass the SATs, right?
Mm-hmm.
That one goal is not passing the SATs, and another goal is the SATs itself. You feel me?
What is this question doing on this website? I hate this. Why doesn't glue stick to the inside of the bottle?
That is, I cannot remember the actual reason why it doesn't, but I
Wait
know
a minute, I was thinking of a random water bottle.
Maybe it's
Wait
a type of plastic.
Holy
Maybe
shit.
it's a type of plastic. Have you like ever tried applying it to the outside of the glue and seeing if it dries?
Alex?
Why is the objective to golf to play the least amount of golf?
Shut up, these are just stupid things. These aren't even questions.
These are getting worse. If a vampire
By the way,
bites
Logan,
a zombie,
something on the bottle. They put something on the side of the bottle in like the mix, so the glue doesn't stick to it.
Oh, in the word scent, S-C-E-N-T, which letter is silent? S or C?
What website
Naturally, you have to assume that the C would be silent because a C by standard it does not make a S sounding sound.
Have you ever heard of the word scent?
Yeah, dude. Have you heard of scent?
Scent sounds like scent, and so does scent. Also,
no, I know.
Scent sounds like scent, but
English language
sounds like scent.
No, I'm saying the English language.
This is why the English language is stupid.
Logan is right in this situation.
Because in the majority of
two
instances,
letters that can both be silent are in the same
yes.
sentence, the first one
Holy
that's
shit.
there is the one that's non-silent. The second one is silent. That's how the English language works.
So, I have another word question now. Isn't the word Q, Q-U-E-U-E, just the letter
okay,
Q?
the 4 letters are useless. Continue.
Okay. If a cyclops were to close its eye, is it winking or blinking?
Blinking, next question.
If it only has one eye, it does not have the ability to blink. I mean, to wink.
Winking is closing one of 2 eyes. He only has 1 eye, so he's blinking.
Yeah.
He has no ability to wink. Continue.
1 second.
We're shutting down every question Alex decides is worthy. He's like, dude, this is so interesting.
Okay. If you were digged a hole that went through the center of the earth and you jumped through,
You would go back and forth until you stopped in the middle at some point.
Would you be
at some point,
falling? No. Would you be falling or floating?
You'd be falling, and halfway through, you'd be going upward.
No, halfway through, you'd be dead. Not even
exactly.
halfway through.
Yeah, you would be dead, but if you somehow survived, you'd be going upwards.
Okay, oh my god.
No, because of how gravity is centered, you would be falling until, yeah, like you said, Tanner, yeah.
And then once you start going upwards, at some point, the push and pull is going to even out, and you're just going to stop right in the middle.
Well, actually, no, because if you look at it from a spatial sense, alright, we'll say you're at the northern pole, okay? And so you're at the top of the earth. If you go straight, the North Pole, whatever the fuck you want to, shut up. So you dig a hole straight through it and you go down. Even once you go through the center of the earth, you're still technically falling from that spatial stance because you're still going down towards the bottom of the planet from where you're looking at it. You're going from the north to the south pole. You're still falling.
Do you consider eyebrows facial hair?
It's technically, by definition, facial hair.
Okay.
Yeah, it's facial hair. It's on your
Do
face.
do prison buses have emergency exits?
They have like 5 different exits.
I don't fucking know. This
Yes,
is a
the
question.
prison buses have
They're
emergency
basically
exits.
reskinned school buses. What do you mean?
Because, look, not only are prisoners on there, there's also civilians that are just doing their job, so they have to keep them safe as well, even if they don't give a shit about the prisoners.
How do you grow a seedless fruit?
Give me an example of a seedless fruit.
I don't know. It doesn't even give me... Okay, hey Google. Oh, I could just Google. Oh fuck, I'm already in Google.
Does that even exist?
Seedless fruit.
When you're tucking in your shirt, you're putting your shirt into your pants, right?
No, we're not doing this.
So if you take out your shirt, are you tucking in your pants?
Wait, say the question again?
Steven, how do you come up with this stuff? Do you have access to the internet or something?
What the fuck is that question?
That is Steven.
That is
say
just
the question.
pure dumbassery.
No, Steven. No, say the question. I actually didn't hear it. Say the question again.
If you're tucking in your shirt, you put your shirt into your pants, but if you take out your shirt, are you tucking in your pants?
Okay, so, you gotta shut the hell up.
You've heard about that one, right?
I don't want to hear it coming from you.
Have you heard the one about the fly and the DNA?
If tomatoes are a fruit, is ketchup considered a smoothie?
What? Is there sugar in ketchup?
Yeah, there's sugar.
Oh yeah, I consider it. Ketchup is a smoothie. You may not like it, but that's probably what it is. Like, we may not like that tomato is a fruit, but it still is.
Is ketchup a smoothie?
Yeah.
If you told someone to be a leader and not a follower, wouldn't they become a follower by following your advice?
No, they'd be taking orders.
So they'd be a follower.
Yeah, they're
No,
following
they'd be
your orders.
listening to, let's say, advice. They're not following.
I was about to argue that because even leaders have advisors. It's not necessarily that they're following what you're saying, as in like that they're listening to you, but rather they're taking into consideration what you said and deciding that that is the best course of action.
If you're telling them to be a leader, then you yourself should only be giving them your opinion. What they decide to do with it is their choice. If you don't like that, then you're not asking them to lead. You're asking them to bow and then relay the message.
So yeah, therefore you're not actually asking them to lead.
So it's lead or not.
If the fountain of youth can make you live forever, can you drown in it and still die?
No.
The fountain of youth,
well, actually, the fountain of youth just makes you stay young. It doesn't make you immortal.
Yeah, so you could still drown.
Yeah, easily. But you drown like a 5-year-old, yeah. Totally.
If nothing is impossible, then would it be possible for something to be impossible?
Well, actually, I have a better question. If you drown in the fountain of youth, would your body decompose?
Ooh, that is a good question.
Ooh, that's a new one.
Actually,
Yeah,
no, it's not
on.
even though. It wouldn't decompose though, because the fountain of youth it would not decompose because it wouldn't leave the fountain of youth, so it would never be decomposing.
And then how long would our body? How long? Well, fountain of youth doesn't even exist. You'd imagine though.
Hey, I have a more important question.
Would you rather give up?
If the number 2 pencil is the most popular, why is it number 2?
That's a dumb question.
Don't shut up!
I want to hit you.
Alex, the next time I see you in real life, I'm breaking a 2x4 over your head, Shaq style.
If a word is misspelled in the dictionary, will we ever know it?
Yeah, because there's different dictionaries.
How about this for you?
That's
How about this for you, Alex? How about this for you, Alex? If all language is made up by us, then nothing is wrong.
But that's wrong. You see?
No, because
No, it's not. Because if all dictionaries spell a word a certain way, there is no other way.
Wait, before you go, see
what was the first man to milk a cow trying to do?
Get milk from the cow.
If God sneezed, what would you say?
Bless the nigga.
Alright, would you rather...
Okay, you go.
Would you rather give up the ability to see color or give up music in general?
Ability to see color, bro. I can't leave my exotour.
Music is too important. Music motivates a lot of people.
Bro, I literally have 2 music classes. What the fuck you want me to do? I'd rather be colorblind.
Damn, I thought that was gonna be a slightly
Why are they called buildings if they're already built?
Because you're building a building. That's
you're
just how it is.
You're building a building, so why is it not you're building a build?
Because in order for a building to stay like structurally intact, you have to constantly build on it. So it's a building because it's always being built upon. The building is always being built.
The building has been built.
The building
If life is so short, why do we do things that we don't like and like so many things that we don't do?
Oh no, dude. Why do you play PlayStation and why do you play 2K?
Why are you wasting our time? Do you like this?
Do caterpillars know that they're going to be...
Thanks for watching the stream. Podcast will be up sometime tomorrow if Tanner decides to join us. If not, that's freaking cool. Don't disturb me. I'm going to bed.
Isn't